don't see how we can make bigger enemies.
To be offended or frightened of everything.
So you've become like the sort of Tony Scarface of podcasting.
Yo, it's good morning, M-Town, motherfuckers. I just wanted, that's only one reason I did that, and one reason only. I wanted to capture your reaction on the camera.
Settle down, everybody. Settle down. Happy Wednesday.
We've got a real adult.
Welcome to the morning show, everyone. We hope you're doing well. Thanks for tuning in once again, and head on over to what's the email? Patreon.com/Pantelis.
The email.
The website.
Patreon.com/Pantelis. You get shit first and some exclusive content. You get a chance to win stuff. And also, a bonus thing. You get bonus tapes also. That's the first thing. Another bonus is you get my show. You get to watch it a week to 2 weeks in advance, and you get to interact with us. You can come in the chat and tell me to go fuck myself, or Alex, or Viron. They're both fucking assholes, so it's better if you tell them to go fuck themselves.
Great incentive right there. You can just join and tell these people to go fuck themselves. I'm George Sanchuz, and you can follow my stuff on the backstagepod.com or justusdads.ca. Phil and Pantelis are both not here today. They thought, fuck it. Summer's around the corner. We don't give a shit about going in the morning. Just kidding. They're both very busy, but you can check out Phil's stuff at balabanos.com, I think.
I think so, yes.
We had the exact same question last time he wasn't in this morning.
His website should have been films.com with a PH.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's taken, though.
You think so? Let's check.
While he's doing that, I think it's balabanos.com and panteliscomedy.com, where you can check out all the dates and tours. Very busy man. In case you're wondering what to do in the summertime, head on over to that website and get yourself some tickets to his shows. He's going to be extremely busy during the summer, especially with the Just for Laughs Festival and other different things happening around the city. Good for him, man. This guy's doing well, and I'm very happy for him, and I'm very proud of you guys too.
Yeah, you're talking about Pantelis' show this summer.
That is who we're talking about. He's the only one performing.
Yeah, shows. Go to hahaha.com or go to placesart.com. You'll find the dates. I think the dates are also in. If you click the link in his profile, if I'm not mistaken, panteliscomedy.com. He also updates his website regularly. You'll find all the dates and where to buy the tickets on his website.
There you go. And I think he just got on Linktree or something like that. He has. Was he on before, or I just noticed it, or did he just get that?
No, he just did it.
He just did it. There you go. So everything is there. All the important stuff are on those links there, guys. So head on over there and enjoy your summer with all those shows. So today is just me and Poseidon. Eventually he'll come and join me here in front of me at some point. Yeah. So Phil,
did we forget anything?
I'm not sure if I forgot anything. I think that's pretty much it. I think we got around all the plugs. We got the shows in the summer. We got everyone's website.
Keep talking. I gotta fix it.
Everyone's handles. And in any case, if we did miss anything, all the links are in the description, so you can scroll below and find those things and follow us. Phil, I just want to go back to Phil for a second because we're not sure. It's still debatable on whether or not he'll make it. He sent us a message yesterday. He's like, I'll probably be a little bit late in the morning. I got to go pick up my passport.
Your voice really projects, huh?
Does it really?
Yeah. Wow. That's impressive.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm going to come sit right in
There you go. So he sent us a message saying that, I got to go pick up my passport in the morning and I'll be just a little late. And I replied to him, I'm like, dude, you have no idea how late you're going to be. It's chaos in the passport office. I know a couple friends that have been waiting for weeks and weeks to receive their passport. I don't know why you have to go pick it up now. Is this a new thing? I'm not so sure about it. I haven't heard anything. If anyone in the chat knows how it works now. But yeah, a lot of my buddies that have...
do it online now. Come a little more this way.
It was always online.
There you go.
It was always online, and I think they would mail it.
Really?
But,
I always went in person.
Really?
Yeah, because you had to take pictures and everything.
No, those you go to a pharmacy or whatever, wherever they take passport pictures, and you put it on the application, and you.
I know. I always showed up, and they took pictures of me, and then I filled out the form, and they're like, "Okay," and that's it. And then we're gonna send it to you.
Yeah, but now they have to go pick it up. I think he's going to pick up passports. He said, "I don't know why you have to go wait in line to pick up a passport." Unless I misunderstood.
Because of COVID.
I don't know. Unless he's going to do the passport and at the same time they pick it up.
But I swear to God, if the excuse is because of COVID, it's so dumb. Could you imagine? I'm not saying it is, but could you imagine, we can't mail it to you because of COVID?
No. It's not about the mail. It's about the processing time. That's what takes long.
Oh.
So obviously the last 2 years people haven't traveled. They haven't done anything. And then finally everything is open. So they're like, whew, let's go. We're traveling.
And some people's passports expired.
Of course. My wife's passport expired, I think. So
mine expires next year, 2023.
So I think I took mine for 10 years in 2016 when we
I should have done the same thing, bro. I'm such a dumbass.
Yeah, man. What, you did it for 5?
I'm like, I'll just get 5, bro.
No, man. 10. Just go with 10. Save yourself the problem.
Yeah. I don't know why I did that.
That's because you're Poseidon.
There you go.
So the explanation that the government is giving is basically that, obviously the fact that nobody traveled and then suddenly there's this huge, mass of people headed to the
borders.
To the borders.
You can say the same thing about the caravan in the States coming from. Have you seen that shit?
Mm-mm.
Apparently, there's another caravan.
Oh yeah, coming to Canada again?
No, heading to the States from
Canada,
from Mexico.
Oh, from Mexico.
Huh?
Like a convoy, kind of like
a convoy,
like a protest convoy.
No, of
immigrants.
migrants.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Basically, motherfuckers is trying to get in.
That happens all the time, man. It happens. It happens all the time.
But it's insane. What do you think about that? How come now it's just before it used to be like people trying to get away from tough situations, but now it's just fucking thousands upon thousands of people.
I think they're still trying to get away from those situations. The problem is that they no longer trust staying in the U.S. for some reason, and that's why everyone is coming into Canada, which again doesn't really make sense because, and I'm not a specialist here, but the law on refugees, I think states that you got to go to the first country that offers safe passage kind of thing. And if you're coming from South America or Central America or wherever you're coming from in the Americas, technically if you're going through the US should be that first country that that offers you the what do you call it? The refugee status.
Well, Quebec's never going to take them in because they don't speak French, so.
They are taking them in. That's the whole issue with the Roxham Road. The problem is that they don't want to stay in Quebec because obviously the French or for whatever reason, they want to go to Toronto. But until their paperwork is done,
they're stuck
here waiting.
In Francia.
And even that takes forever. Like I think the last time I checked or when we spoke about it, I think it was there was a delay of 16 months or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's problematic because during those 16 months, Quebec needs to take care of them. They need to lodge them.
How many months?
I think it was 16 months.
60?
16.
Oh, 16. Okay, I thought 5 years, bro.
Yeah. The sound is very blurry in these things. I'm going to take them out. 16 months from what I remember. And obviously during those 16 months, Quebec needs to take care of them, right? So you got to take care of their well-being, health. Kids go to school. They're obviously on the welfare program, lodging. The big issue was that the federal government wasn't paying Quebec its due for taking care of them, and that was a whole issue. That was an issue back in 2018 during that election, I remember.
I don't know, bro. I know the world's a mess right now, bro. What? So that's the first.
That's the first
topic news.
We're just.
We're just shooting the shit.
We're just talking. Congested.
Speaking of illegal aliens,
I am a little congested, Olga. Thanks for noticing.
Speaking of illegal migrants, Pantelis is in some hot water.
Why?
Oh,
What did he do?
He's angered indigenous people and
I
Mexicans.
feel a stupid joke coming.
No, it's not a stupid joke. So he was on the Bottom of the Barrel podcast.
Oh, I remember. I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, and at some point, I don't remember the clip what they said exactly, but they were talking about aliens. They were talking about conspiracy theories. So they had tinfoil hats on, right? So you could tell it's entertainment. It's not like we're not news anchors. We're not people actually delivering news apart from yourself.
Yeah,
but
I'm not delivering news either, guys.
But you are a respectable man,
Not
George.
at all. Yes. What did he say?
know?
I remember watching it.
So he literally has tinfoil hats. This guy.
Yeah.
And fuck, if I was there, I would have pulled up the clip from the chat, but
Yeah.
it doesn't matter. He says something along the lines of illegals or extraterrestrial.
Yeah.
Right? Which is the saying. He never. So he says that.
So
and
who
then,
took offense of that?
But hold on.
I don't remember him.
But here's
talking
what
about
I found.
Mexicans or-
Here's what I find funny about this clip. Right? At no point, I expect a dumb top 5.5. Jizz was funny. At no point in the clip does he mention any nationalities. So at first there was this Mexican dude that was outraged. First of all, I would argue that he's the racist because now he's identified Mexicans being illegal aliens. He said it himself.
This is what,
because
like
at
in the
no
comments
point
or,
this was a throwaway joke of
no, I'm saying that Mexican.
Huh?
Where did that comment come from?
What comment?
The Mexican comment. Like you said, there was a Mexican that got offended.
He made a video.
Who?
This Mexican guy or
Okay.
Latino. I'm
Okay,
guessing
yeah,
he's Mexican.
So in reference to what Pantelis said.
In reference to what they said in the clip,
really?
right?
Okay.
You know, and then Wes had another joke about it, which at no point do they refer to a person's nationality
Yeah.
or upbringing or origins, any of that shit. They didn't mention any. They just made a joke to the reference. You know, illegal alien.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They were talking about conspiracy, I think, and I think what's his name? The guy, Chris,
Conspiracy theories about aliens, and then the joke was on
Chris
that.
Ramsey, he's like, I think he said, "Oh yeah, man, I'm all into this conspiracy thing and aliens."
Exactly,
And Pantelis
yeah.
said aliens as in illegal migrants or extraterrestrials. Or something like that.
No, the extraterrestrials or the illegals. Yeah, something. So what's fucked up is he didn't mention any nationality, either him nor Wes, because Wes tagged the joke also afterwards, which was funny as well. But then there was this one guy. He took it upon himself to be like, "How dare you speak of my people this way?" Which is stupid because what people? First of all, he's racist towards his own people because he took something that was technically derogatory and he identified
But
it
there
to
was
his
no
people
mention of any
automatically.
nationality.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's the first thing.
Okay.
Okay. And then there was this other fucking
And this is a
dumb
YouTuber
bitch.
or what?
I don't know, bro. Some guy on the internet, bro. I don't know what he is.
This is the
I don't know what he
okay,
does.
Continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
He had those earrings, bro. He looked a little, you know.
He had those earrings, people.
No, that was dumb. So he himself took it upon himself to be like, my people, this is very offensive to my people. But what people? He never mentioned any nationality in the clip.
And then he
the
said there was
guys.
this lady. And he said there was another one, a woman or a lady.
There was an indigenous woman who went on to like these white men making jokes about immigration is unacceptable since their immigration, since they're immigrants themselves to this country. But then in her same argument, which was weird on Instagram, because she screen recorded, on her same argument, she's like, these immigrants, they're the original immigrants, but then on top. And by the way, you know me, I'm all for the struggle, not the struggle, like I'm not for it, but like I completely understand of the First Nations here, the troubles they go through. They still don't have clean drinking water, which is fucked up. The history they had, all that shit, very fucked up. I get it. But then in her argument, she started off with the original migrants to North America were the indigenous people, were the natives, right? But then she goes on to shit that they're the immigrants now. Okay. But like but in the same, what I'm trying to say is in the same argument she had, she called her people immigrants as well. So like, what are you trying to get to?
I mean, at some point, if you go back,
exactly,
we all came from somewhere, right?
100%. But here's another thing: they're calling them white dudes and these white men, right? But Pantelis is not white; he's Greek. So by
bro, hey, what do you mean he's not white?
You're not white, bro.
What am I?
You're Greek. You're Mediterranean.
Okay, bro. Am I dark?
No. When you don't understand internet culture, George. When we say white, okay,
Bro, it's the color of your skin.
No. You don't understand. When we say white, this is not white, bro.
What is it?
This
Is it black?
No, it's not
it's
black.
white.
It's peach, bro.
It's not.
Bro, you're not white, bro. Have you seen a white person?
Okay.
It's white. We're talking about like they're from
Like
the
your
north.
shirt white.
Not that white,
Okay.
but like almost
Okay, whatever.
dusty a little bit even. Like if you look at dust.
They're a little bit dirty. They're a little dirty. There's some dust. Some dust has settled.
It looks like Poland, pal.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I'm
They're a
fucking
little
around.
dirty there. Yeah. They don't clean themselves.
Yeah, exactly. Gigi said we're olive. We're olive, bro. I don't give a fuck.
whatever. Okay,
Anyways, but we're not. Okay, so because you don't understand internet culture, George. So when people say white, okay, what they mean by that is like white Anglo-Saxon, basically.
Okay.
You understand?
I look at the skin color, and if it's there's a just a parenthesis.
You're
go ahead.
racist then.
No.
I'm sorry, George. I'm sorry to break the news to you.
There's a
That's a joke.
There's a funny situation. One of my friends was telling me a story about his dad. His dad was in the restaurant business, and he comes home one day. Oh no, he went to see his dad at the restaurant, and they're talking whatever. And his dad is frustrated. He's like, "Oh man, the black guy over there, talking about the dishwasher,
Yeah.
right?" And he's like, "Oh, this black guy over there, man, doesn't do his job right, and blah blah blah, and this and that." Not in a racist tone. It's just like the black guy over there. So my friend looks over, and it's a Sri Lankan. So he goes to his dad. He's like, "Dad, that guy's not black. What are you talking about?" He's like, and looks at him and goes, "Is he white?" And he's like, "No, he's not white." It was just a stupid joke. It's just you're either dark skin color or light skin color, and then there's whatever. We're not gonna go down that path. I don't think we're all. I don't know. I consider myself white.
No, because they say white like a nationality. You know what I mean?
I just
Camera frozen. No, it's not.
I just think that.
So, anyways, all this to say, they were arguing something that was never there to argue
But
because
does this take any momentum at some point? Did it
I have no
gain
clue.
any ground?
I don't
or
know,
is
and I
it
don't care.
some
All I know is
person,
the two people that took the screen grab are fucking retards. I hope you're listening to this and you're fucking dummies.
Here's what's
You're
interesting.
idiots.
You guys have enough following to actually experience moments like this where you have people following or listening to you that have it in them to go out publicly and either take screen grabs or whatever it is to comment on your content. I'm not there yet.
Oh, and another thing, something fucked up that they said, which I was like, yo, this is fucked up to say. They're like, we're gonna make your careers and podcasts disappear.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So now you're threatening people. That's nice.
See, like I'm not there where you have, I don't know how often it happens on the shows that this sort of thing takes place, but I just find it amazing that people just actually.
Hold on, Orchid just asked me what nationality is white. I'm joking, Orchid. You know how I am. You've been in bed with Poseidon. You know how I get.
So we're not there yet. So for me, it's like I still don't understand what possesses someone to actually. It takes time to do that, man. Like to take a clip, to actually post it, make a story. Like, what's the point of this?
Because
the only time this has happened, and I found it funny. Like I'm not there, like where you guys are, where maybe you get tons of these messages and it's frustrating or it's annoying. I only got one message once, and this came recently in an old episode of Just As Dads, where we had a buddy of ours who was doing like the carnivore diet and we were talking about nutrition, all that stuff. And I found it funny. The comment was 3 fat people talking as if they know shit.
Yeah, which is
it's true.
Yeah,
we don't know anything, and yes, we're fat, but who cares? Like, why would you want to?
We're beast, yo.
Jeez. Yeah. So
Sorry, George. I keep cutting
does
you off.
does that happen often with you guys? You guys get
No,
get
this is
bombarded with
surprisingly this is the first time. But look, I don't want to. I'm not gonna try and defend them or something, but I want to talk
messages? I don't
serious
think
for a
anything wrong
second.
was said. I saw the episode and
Nothing wrong was said, but look, I say a lot of dumb shit. Most of the shit I say is just to entertain people. You know, that's where we're in the entertainment business. You know, but I'm gonna speak serious for a minute. Preach said something yesterday, and he goes, man, they're so deep in their trauma that, you know, they just attack anything that seems remotely like an attack against them. We didn't even mention, because it doesn't make sense that a Mexican got offended and an indigenous person got offended. Two different, completely different nationalities got offended. It got me thinking. I kind of understand them, because think about it, right? Let's say you have, okay, I'm going to give you my example. Growing up in a Greek school and a Greek family, learning Greek history, I grew up to kind of have a disdain for the Turks, right? Okay. Because you learn Greek history, you hear of the atrocities they've committed. You're like, I fucking hate Turkish people. It took me growing up into an adult to realize that it's not their fault. It's not their fault. That the people that live there today is not
have nothing to do with
that. It took me becoming an adult and having because there were Turkish kids at our school too, and becoming friends with Turkish kids at my school who were more like me, of course, than they were of like what we learned in history.
But you know, the flip side is also true, eh? Like, in their history books, they learned the opposite.
Yes, but we were enslaved. Anyways, we were enslaved. But we're not going to get into that. But for the longest time as a kid, because I learned in history, in our Greek history classes, oh fuck, look at fucked up shit they did. Yeah. You have that disdain. Now, the way I sympathize with them is that I get them, I get their anger and their rage of where it comes from. But right now, in this modern day and age, that's not how they're gonna fix stuff. Right now, that same shit they went through, their ancestors went through, that doesn't exist nowadays. Yeah. Obviously, there's still racism in the sense of like people calling each other names or whatever. And I understand that still exists, or people, not wanting to hire somebody or whatever. That is, unfortunately, that is always going to exist. But I feel like that's not the way. Attacking some dudes on a podcast that are joking, that are literally wearing tinfoil hats, I guarantee you 1,000,000% that's not how they're gonna fix the water issue at the Native American Reserve. You know what I mean? But all this, what I'm trying to say is, I get 100% where their pain comes from, and where their anger and rage comes from. Yeah. You understand?
Yeah. But at the same time, you don't know if these people are educated in that sense either, right? It could just be some random person that just enjoys commenting stupid things, not only on your platform but on all other platforms as well.
Yeah, they could be trolls as well. Yeah, you never know that. But I'm not playing anything. I'm just saying, if I were to empathize with them, you understand? I get them in the sense. Yeah, I like to shit on these people because they're fucking idiots, but I completely understand where they're coming from at the end of the day. Because think about it, bro. You grow up Native, and then you realize you have all this history. You know what I mean?
See,
you feel
in relation to what you said, and this is something that I've always felt, and because we grew up in that ecosystem, like you said, we weren't in contact very much with other cultures. Until high school, at least in my case. Yeah. The kids we played with, we grew up in a very Greek neighborhood, so everyone around us was primarily Greek. We went to a French school that belongs to the Greek community, where we learned Greek, so 100% of the kids there were Greek like us. And it wasn't only until high school where we got exposed to these other cultures and these other kids from other backgrounds and so on and so forth. And that was a little bit of a culture shock to us as well, because we came out of that bubble, and that's only when we started opening ourselves up to the different people that existed and learning about the other cultures and stuff. Because yes, you're right. In school, you through the history courses and all that stuff, I'm not saying they taught us to hate. I'm not saying that, but it's just that the way that the material was done was as though this enmity was perpetuated over time, right? It's like we're still stuck in 1821 or in 1453 when we lost Constantinople and the 400 years of slavery and all that stuff, and it seems like we're always stuck there.
Like I have no pain from 400 years of slavery. I know my ancestors do. But I don't feel anything as opposed to that. Obviously, it sucked. It's like, fuck, my people, like,
all that to say that is that I felt like Greeks in general, though. I'm not so sure that's how they feel in Greece, though.
I think you can have you can be proud for the fact that our people were enslaved for 400 years, where we were attempted to assimilate. We would get killed in streets if you spoke Greek. you know, and we survived that. I think you can feel a sense of pride. I feel like if you
they maintain it, it was definitely a struggle. But where I felt that it's still real, it's still present, that I'll say it, the hatred was when I went to Cyprus.
That I
Because
get.
the events are still very recent.
That's very
We're
fresh.
talking
Yeah.
about, the mid 70s.
No.
There it's a whole other
No.
it's a whole other level over there. It's just
But also-
it's complete indoctrination, and on both sides, right?
No.
And we'd like to say that we're on the right side of history over here. They came in, they invaded, and they took over a third of the island, and they took over properties and all that stuff. So you have a lot of the young kids in Cyprus that are still educated that this is the enemy. This is we lost our land.
Well, I get them because the Turkish government also wants to. They repeatedly said they want to take over all of the Aegean,
yes,
all of the Greek islands, and they want to take over the rest of Cyprus. So
it's
they
all
keep.
theirs. It's all they were there before everyone. Right?
Yeah, okay.
It belongs to them.
Yeah, So.
I don't think that there's an easy solution to that, and we're not going to get into that. Anyway.
Yeah, no, 100%. But that again, it's not the guy working every day that thinks like that.
They don't care.
You know,
They don't care, and I think that the more that you are exposed to your community and to your society, the more people you get to work and to interact with, and the more that you can understand the reality these people live in. I remember when I was living back at my parents' house, I used to go get a haircut at the barber shop on Jean Talon. It used to be owned by an old Italian guy, and he sold it to a Turk. And I was going there when the Italian guy was there. And then when he sold it, I kept going there. And it was a Turkish guy, and I didn't have a problem with it. I remember though my mom once fucking freaked out.
Yeah.
She freaked. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Mom, she goes, you go get your haircut at the Turk. I go, Mom, what's the problem? I'm like, it's not his fault. She goes, what are you talking about? They took my home. And for them, it's still, all this to say that it's still a very alive emotion, right? And it's still very present to the Cypriots. So, my mom, she's like, whoa.
You're Cypriot?
My mom is from Cyprus, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that about you, George.
Yeah, we've only mentioned it 5 times.
But I don't give a fuck about people.
Let's move on to the news, guys.
Oh, fuck it. Already 30 minutes passed. God damn. Let's move on. Let's get into the news stories. We had this whole speech of...
It's fine. It's the
So
news.
I don't know if it got a little... I don't like talking about like race and
Heavy
shit usually.
But we're not talking about race thing. It's just the
race.
reality that we're living in right now, right?
Yeah, you're right. And I was just, I was just
but
stressing.
we're gonna experience it. In fact, it started already. I mean, we spoke about a couple episodes ago where migrants started coming back in from Roxham Road, and we're still trying to find a solution. People are suggesting to just block it down. Obviously, you can't really block it down, and then we fall into this gray zone of whose responsibility is it. Yes, it's the federal government that is there for the border, but once they cross the border, it's Quebec's responsibility. Does Ottawa have to pay for it's a whole mess. The reasons why it's happening or the reasons why it's not better controlled, I mean, that's like at other political levels that we're obviously disconnected from. But all that to say, since we're talking about immigration, where is the article? There you go. In Quebec, just a little history. Anyone that came to study here, like a foreign student that came to study, there was a law that passed back in 2007, 2008, whereby once you graduated, whether it was from CEGEP or university or even so, that was it was an incentive that Quebec did to attract these foreign students, but in addition to that, it was to keep them here so that they don't just come to study and then leave abroad, and then we lose all that qualified employment, right? So what happens now, Mr. Legault, Premier Legault...
So if I understand correctly, to simplify it for the folks at home, is people would basically study here, foreign students, because of the cheap...
no, it's not. It obviously costs much more money as an international student to come and study
that too,
here.
but also
But once you graduate, you know that you have an option to remain in Canada, in Quebec.
Okay.
Because you get your papers right away.
Okay.
You send them to Ottawa. They give you your permanent resident status, and you can stay and live and work
because
here.
people would just dip and go to the United
past,
States.
They would come as international students. They would study and then leave. Whatever. I don't know how. What
But
happened.
even our own students, sometimes they would study.
They would go study abroad.
Yeah.
But this whole approach was to incentivize these students to remain here and to stay here and to apply in Quebec's workforce whatever they learn, right? So that we don't lose all that qualified workforce. So that has been going on for 15 years now.
I have a very easy solution to this. Reduce taxation.
It has nothing to do with taxation.
Of course it does, because let's say you get paid 100,000 here and you get paid 100,000, I don't know, just in Ontario, okay? We're talking about a 2-hour drive from here. You get to keep more money.
Okay.
You understand?
Maybe.
For the same job.
But we're not talking about taxation. We're talking about immigration over here. Because remember, it's been months now, if not, last year we've been talking about the fact that once we approach the elections in Quebec in October, we're going to get much more into this nationalist rhetoric, and it's happening. And part of that has to do with the immigration. So Premier Legault right a couple of weeks ago started mentioning that, we don't want to accept just anyone coming here. French has to be the ultimate criterion upon which people would be selected to come in Quebec, whereas in the past it was part of the thing, but they also accepted non-francophones because they had to offer a lot of things coming and working here, right, to offer the Quebec society. So what they're doing now, they're actually discussing with the federal government on changing and or eliminating completely the process by which Quebec gives the selection certificate to all these foreign students coming to study over here. So let's say you're living in Europe, in France, or anywhere else, and you want to come and study over here. Right now, from what is being suggested, that option of becoming automatically a permanent resident once you study is off the table anymore. So we're excluding. Now, what they're trying to do now is to only make that available in subsidized CEGEPs. So if you're planning on coming here and you're planning on studying in only private CEGEPs, this option is off the table.
Okay.
Why they're doing this, I don't know. I think it's obviously negative. They're trying to kind of close the doors to a potential bright future that people could have here in Quebec, and also from our perspective over here to have these, this qualified workforce is a plus for us. So I don't know why we want to get into this kind of rhetoric where we're really being selective on who we choose to stay or to bring in. And these are young professionals, young minds that can obviously contribute to the development of Quebec. I believe it's obviously political. We're headed down a path that I find very dangerous. And in relation to that, there were a couple of announcements that were made last week and this week about candidates that are going to be running for the CAQ in the upcoming elections. Now, people may not know who these people are, but I'll just give you a brief kind of history and background. So the CAQ announced last week, and there's two candidates. One was last week, and the other one was announced yesterday. So last week, it was Caroline Saint-Hilaire. Caroline Saint-Hilaire, for people that follow French media, she was on TV, on LCN. She was commenting.
By the way, George, sorry to interrupt there. And Nain says it's because of how the profits are split when you go into private education. The government gets less, and the private corporations running the school gets more.
Yeah, I know that she has a point, but what we're trying to do over here is just the process by which people can actually stay over here. Okay. It makes no sense that you're just wiping it off the table and saying only public subsidized CEGEPs will only be able to get that. And I don't know, I haven't done the research, but I'm just wondering if the English CEGEPs have anything to do with subsidized government subsidies. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they do get, because if they don't, then
maybe they get
it's
from federal.
No, we're talking about Quebec. Federal, I don't think they subsidize the education. It's all provincial. But what I'm thinking, and I don't know the numbers, and I don't know if it's valid at all. But if the English CEGEPs don't fall into that category of being government subsidized, then automatically you're removing that option to these CEGEPs of getting foreign students.
So they're kind of attacking that way. So the English CEGEPs is so then
I don't know if
people to-
anyone knows the answer. If anyone can do
So
a quick
for
little
people
research
to-
to see if Dawson or
Yeah.
Marianopolis or any of these English CEGEPs are subsidized.
So basically, if I understand correctly, they're going to motivate people to go to French CEGEPs and universities to motivate them to get their permanent residence instead
But
of going to English.
at the end of the day,
Okay.
the argument is that there's going to be much less of these international students coming in. But on that kind of topic, where we're shifting kind of into this huge nationalist rhetoric. So Caroline Saint-Hilaire was announced that she'll be running for the CAQ last week. Caroline Saint-Hilaire, for those who don't know, she ran federally. She was a
Oh,
federal,
she's running for CAC, all right.
she was a federal MP with the Bloc Québécois. So the Bloc Québécois, for those who don't know, is the separatist wing in Ottawa. They defend purely Quebec's interests, and they're obviously pro-independence. And she was among the hardcore separatists within that caucus. So she left from politics a number of years ago. She went into media and into TV and all that stuff.
Oh, speaking of media and TV, dude, the funniest shit happened this morning. So there was a filming happening in around where I live, but I didn't know it was going to be in my building.
Oh, cool!
Right? So, bro, I get up. I'm on my way here. I step out of the elevator, bro. It looked like
a movie scene.
No, but
Lights.
you know,
Cameras.
you know when somebody walks out of like the courtroom or whatever, and there's all these reporters and shit.
Yeah.
And there's police and everything. That's what it looked like. I'm like, bro, what the fuck is happening? And my face was just like, bro, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, you thought they were there for you.
No. I didn't think they were there for me, but I was like, what?
All right, guys, settle down. Settle down. Get in line. I'll be with you in a moment.
All right, I'm here. Everyone can calm down, bro. No, but I was like, what the fuck happened in order for there to be so, because there were cops too, so I was confused, right? So I thought there was like a news thing happening inside of the building, because in my head, because they put the signs outside, I thought, oh, they're going to film in the streets. They have filming to do in the streets or whatever. I didn't know they were going to do in the lobby of my building.
Right.
You understand? So cool. I thought something happened, something big happened, So I was confused. And bro, there was this lady. I see her from the corner of my eye. She has this huge smirk on her face, and she's like, "Sir, it's okay. We're filming." And then I go, "Oh fuck," because I was still like half asleep. I go, "Oh fuck, yeah, you guys are."
By the way, this is only 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Fucking Poseidon coming out of hibernation.
No, this was on 9:30. So it was funny, and then like I stabilized a bit because in the morning I am almost non-functional.
Okay.
As
opposed to the rest of the day where you're fully functional.
Bro, me between 10 p.m. and 3 a.m. I am the most functional I can ever be.
10 p.m. to 3 a.m.
Yeah, that small window. If you don't catch me there, I'm never gonna do anything.
The window that matters for nothing, basically, where nothing is happening in society. But between 9 a.m. and 10 p.m., where everything happens,
I'm
forget about
useless.
it. Just forget about it. Don't even bother. Is there any points to your useless story?
Hey, come on, man.
Just joking.
No, I just found it funny because even the cops, they were looking at me, and then they saw my confusion because I was like, bro, what the fuck is going on? And they saw my face, and like my reaction was funny to them. And then once I realized it was a movie scene, I calmed down. I was like, oh, okay. I let them do their thing. They're like, okay, finito la répétition, and she's like, you can go, and I'm like, okay. And I just did. It was just like a funny little situation.
There you go, guys. Sorry for wasting 2 minutes of your life.
Oh, I was not awake.
Back to Caroline Saint-Hilaire that we were talking about. So this is a really hardcore separatist. She ran with the Bloc. She was elected under the Bloc Québécois in Ottawa. And after, when she went into the media, she was very pro-PQ and obviously the separatist forces in Quebec. Yeah. And then bang, the news drops last week that she'll be running with the CAQ in the upcoming elections in the riding of Sherbrooke.
With all the CAQ.
With all the CAQ. So people were like, whoa, what's going on in the CAQ? Shit, this is like a heavyweight separatist running with the CAQ. It didn't make too much news because I don't think a lot of people remembered who Caroline Saint-Hilaire was. It's been a while, though, that she's left from Ottawa. But then on end of last week, Friday, there were rumors coming out that Bernard Drainville was jumping onto the CAQ. Now, Bernard Drainville is a major figure in the PQ here provincially. He had stepped away from politics back, I think, in 2014, I think, somewhere, or a little bit before 2013, it's around there. And he was a major player in Quebec radio. So on that radio station, we're talking about Paul Arcan in the morning. Right after Paul Arcan, or not the slot right after, but I think he has the noon show. It was him. He had that noon slot on the most popular radio show in Quebec. Pretty prime, I think, like the noon spot. Very popular radio host, a very popular person, major figure in the Parti Québécois, major separatist. For those who follow politics, back in 2014, the reason why Pauline Marois lost that election primarily was because she wanted to promote the Charter of Values. They had come out with this document that was, if it passed, it would have become the Charter of Values. Like, what does it mean to be Quebecer? This is what it means. Blah, 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 blah. So they had lined up, they had outlined
What were the values?
I don't remember, man, but whatever. There's a bunch of things that made no sense. And the person that drafted that, the godfather of the Charter of Values, was Bernard Drinville. And the reason a lot of people are suggesting that he stepped away from politics is that it completely flopped. It was a huge flop. They went into a campaign with that.
What's it called? Sorry,
the Charter of Values, Charte des Valeurs. Anyway, so the godfather of the Charter of Values. So there were rumors that the CAQ had recruited him. This is last Friday. The whole weekend, everybody was talking about it, and then I think it was yesterday or Monday.
Charte de la laïcité.
No.
Or Charte des valeurs québécoises.
Yeah, that's it.
It was Bill 60.
Yeah. So it didn't go anywhere, obviously. We went into election in 2014 and the PQ lost. So this is a main figure of the PQ who is also making the jump into the CAQ. Now, a lot of people think, okay, what's the fucking point, George? Get to the point. The point is this, that, and this is just not me, this is based on a lot of the analysts that I've been reading and listening to, and, a lot of these things make sense.
They're trying to bring this back, basically?
I don't know if they're trying to bring us back. The argument that is being made is that, okay, Pierre Legault is making a left turn into fucking nationalist, like this extreme nationalist discourse heading into the election, and then he goes off to recruit Caroline Saint-Hilaire and Bernard Drinville, who are hardcore separatists, and there's a lot of people that are suggesting, where are they going with this? Based on the polls that we're seeing, it's almost certain, of course, anything could happen, which I doubt that it will, though, but it seems as though he's going to get a commanding majority come October. We're talking about close to 100 MNAs out of 125. So it gives you an idea of the power that this man is going to have in the Parliament of Quebec. And he's obviously preparing the ground for the people that he wants in his next caucus. And the fact that he went and got these extreme separatists that were very pro Quebec nationalism and all that stuff seems to suggest that Legault isn't close to the idea of opening up that conversation about sovereignty again. Now, Legault is obviously playing down those arguments. A lot of people in the CAQ are coming and saying, look, this is ridiculous. You guys are, you're assuming nonsense. They're referring everyone to the first article of the CAQ's charter, or the constitution of the party, which says that the CAQ is a nationalist party within Canada. So technically in the party's constitution, it is not a separatist party, the CAQ. However, they do have a lot of separatists in the CAQ. Let's remind everyone that the CAQ initially is a coalition. That's what Legault played into when he created the party, and he went and got a lot of separatists, and he swallowed the entire ADQ, which was Mario Dumont's former party, and they made this coalition happen. And there's a lot of former separatist cabinet staffers and advisors that left from the PQ that went over to the CAQ. So there's a huge kind of following of former hardcore separatists that are within the machine. They're within the CAQ. Yeah. So that's one argument. The other argument is because Legault is also hitting on that immigration nail. We spoke about it last week, where he's asking people to give him a commanding mandate in the upcoming election so that he can have much more leverage to negotiate with Ottawa. So that Quebec can acquire all the jurisdiction related to the immigration process, which Ottawa automatically closed the door on. So we know that there's going to be a huge battle between Quebec and Ottawa on that front. So he's playing on the nationalist front. He's playing on the immigration thing. Now, yes, there's an article coming out that we're going to limit the international students coming in, going into quite possibly the English CGIPs. So there's all these things happening around those themes. And a lot of people are suggesting that this is just the gate towards a potential
Bro, this is
referendum.
I'm reading the charter, by the way, bro. This is absurd, bro. They're saying l'égalité entre les femmes et les hommes, bro. They're saying that men and women are equal, bro. Well, that's insane, bro. Bro, fuck.
What's wrong with these people?
Bro,
How can they think that?
These people are crazy.
By the way, we're joking.
Yeah.
To the person thinking that, okay,
Yeah.
let me comment and pause it, that's a joke.
Specifically for Christine.
Anyway, so a lot of people are thinking that is this the gateway to this referendum? Because let's not forget, like when we're talking about referendum, a lot of people are automatically assuming that it's a referendum for the separation of Quebec. But there could be a referendum on anything. If Legault pushes the buttons on this immigration front, he can very well call a referendum on Quebec acquiring all the jurisdiction on immigration rights, and we're going to go into a referendum on that. I just think it's a dangerous path to go on, right? I mean, the federal government needs to have jurisdiction on immigration. I mean, people coming into your border, you can't control that on a provincial basis, right? I mean, imagine.
Of course you can.
No, I don't think so, man.
Why not?
Because imagine you're traveling, you're coming back from Greece, okay? You went on a trip to Greece, you come back, you land in Montreal. Yeah. You're coming out, you're crossing customs. What happens? What happens?
Well, they
because technically you're coming into Canada.
Yeah, but I'm also a Canadian citizen.
Yes, you are. But they're suggesting that every immigration, every aspect of immigration is going to be dealt with in the province of Quebec. So you're landing in Quebec. Technically, you're crossing into the borders of Canada. So there has to be a customs agent, a federal customs agent there.
That's fine.
So what's going to happen there? So they're going to have, I don't know, someone taking you in, and then there's going to be a separate booth for Quebec immigrants. Like, it doesn't make sense on a practical level.
I see what you mean. Yeah, because we're a country. Yeah.
So this is a whole battle on the national.
But then again, no one's coming through a plane. Like the people who are refugees, they're not coming through a plane, bro.
Well, how do you know that? Sure, they are.
What do you mean?
Well,
How can they afford a plane ride, bro?
What do you mean? How can they afford it, bro? If you're leaving from a war-torn country, you're not fucking dead poor. You can have money. You buy a ticket and you fly out.
Make an excellent point.
What do you think, man? People live on the street. The refugees live on the street.
No, but they walk away. They walk. I don't know if they don't have a car.
No, man. Look at all the Syrian refugees. They managed to fly here. How did they get here?
They did? I thought they came on boats.
They swam across the Mediterranean, across the Atlantic, and they came down the St. Lawrence River.
No, they took the cross-Atlantic bridge.
That's right. Oh my God! Speaking about that, it brings me back to this this fucking thing. We were in Egypt. We're sitting in the cafeteria with a bunch of friends there. And one of my friends, he was Greek, obviously. I think he was flirting with some girl. I think she was French Canadian, whatever. So they're talking, and he's like, I'm Greek and this and that. And she's like, oh my God, Greece looks fucking amazing. I've seen pictures, and then they're going to like, Santorini and Mykonos and all that kind of stuff. And he's like,
she's French Canadian. Why is she speaking like a West Islander?
No, man, I'm French Canadian. Like she's
no, she'll say Santorini.
Mykonos. In any case, no, they were speaking English. So. She's like, oh man, it's wonderful. I'd love to go there. And he was telling her that, oh yeah, I'm going to go this summer and stuff. And she's like, oh my God, how long does it take to drive? How long of a drive is it?
No.
We all froze. We're like, looking at her. So we're like, what? She's like, yeah, how long of a drive is it? Is it far? And
by the way, the whole,
it's Greece. You got to cross the Atlantic.
Do you know where the whole joke of the cross-Atlantic bridge comes from?
Tell me.
So there was this was an altercation with Pantelis. He told me the story. There was
why did you believe there was a bridge?
No, I didn't. Okay. No, I didn't believe there was. I never thought there was a bridge. I looked at a world map, bro. I looked at a globe. I'm not
sure a bridge shows on the map,
bro. When I was 6, I asked, "Where's Greece?" and they pointed to Greece, and then I'm like, "Where's home?" They pointed to home, and Montreal.
Connected the dots.
And then I go, this is water because it's blue, So and I was 6 years old, bro, and I connected the dots.
Understood. Okay.
You understand?
So what happened?
So what happened was Pantelis was going to go to Greece. This was a while ago, and he was having a conversation with the guy. He's like, Pantelis was like, I'm very excited. I'm going to go on vacation, blah, blah, blah. They're having a conversation. And then this guy goes, how are you going to go? And Pantelis goes, what do you mean? He goes, how are you going to go to Greece? He goes, well, I'm not. Do you mean by boat or by plane? He goes,
technically you could go by boat. It's just going to take you about, 2 weeks?
You could. He goes, obviously I'm going to fly there. And what do you mean, how am I going to go to Greece? He goes, nah, bro. Are you fucking stupid? Just drive there. What are you talking about? Just take your drive. You're gonna be there in a few days.
Oh my goodness. How cool though would it be to drive to be able obviously it's too far. It's not happening.
Do you know
but
how
can
big the Atlantic Ocean is?
Yes, I do know how big it is.
It's gigantic.
Yes, it is.
It fits 8 North Americas inside.
8 North Americas.
Yes. I made that up. No, but it's very big.
I know it's big, man.
Yeah.
I'm just hypothetically, imagine how cool it would be if there were a bridge and you can just drive there.
Yeah. I would never take it.
I'd be scared shitless.
Yeah, of course, bro. Do you know there's waves as tall as buildings in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean?
Probably, yeah.
100%, bro.
Never been, but I'll take your word for it.
No, but like I've looked at documentaries.
I've looked
like,
at a map.
The Titanic and the movie Poseidon.
That's the most realistic thing
Which
ever,
is
of course.
a nice documentary.
It'd be cool. But you know what? Another story about traveling to Greece. This I think it was in college too. I mean, we were all broke kids. Fuck, you know anything about let's go. To
Oh,
Greece
and
or
sorry,
something.
and the cross Atlantic bridge comes from the fact that Pantelis started making fun of him, and he goes, "What are you talking about? What bridge am I going to take? The cross Atlantic bridge?" Anyway, so that's where that joke comes from. Yeah, that was to conclude. Sorry.
But I still find it amazing that some people still would imagine that's like. I don't know. Like you said, haven't you fucking seen the map? Like, isn't it like common knowledge that? Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter. People are dumb. But all this to say that back in college, I think we're broke students. Like we were making a lot of money, and at some point we were talking with a couple friends of us, and I swear to God, there was one friend that almost convinced us to take a boat
To go where?
to travel. I don't know if it's true, and I never verified this because we were dumb kids, and he was telling us that no, bro, there's cargo ships that do the route.
Yeah, but you're not gonna, bro. The amenities in a cargo ship is.
But the whole argument.
My father went to Greece in a cargo ship, huh?
In the 60s.
No. Well, the second time he left us.
The second time he left. This is like in the 90s.
No. The first time he left was in the 90s. He went to New York, but then he escaped to Greece. And like we couldn't reach him for like 3 months. 3 months, he was not even his mother knew where he was. I was like, I don't know where my son
Did
is.
he get a job on a cargo ship, and that's how?
No. He like apparently snuck in and shit.
How do you sneak? There's no way you can sneak into a fucking ship.
I don't know, bro. He slanted his eyes and go.
No. But anyways, the whole point I'm trying to make is that this kid, and I don't even know if he had researched this or if he knew what the fuck he was talking about, but he was so convincing. And we were dumb kids. We were like, oh, bro, yeah, it's going to cost nothing. Yeah, he's right. And his argument was like, yo, we're going to jump on a cargo ship. And they have these deals where you can pay. Obviously, it's much less than a plane ticket. You get on a cargo ship. And it takes, I think he was telling us, like 2 weeks to get to Europe. And then from there, we would just grab a train and go all the way to Greece. And I swear to God, we were like, dude, it makes sense. Yeah, fuck, it's going to cost nothing. Let's do it.
What's the cost, by the way?
I don't know. First of all, I don't even know if it's doable. I don't know if the cargo ship will take anyone.
Show your passport?
For sure, because you're going to clear customs, obviously. But I'm not sure that cargo ships will take just random people and just, here, come, let's travel to Europe. We'll take full responsibility and bring you there.
No, they don't take responsibility. I think you probably signed papers saying releasing responsibility.
I don't know how it works. I don't think it's.
You know what? I would do it one time for the experience.
You'd get sick like shit, brother. Have you
For 2
traveled?
weeks?
Have you taken ferry boats to islands?
Yes.
You don't get seasick?
No. I love the water, actually. I was on vacation. I've taken ferry boats, but ferry boats I didn't find that fun. I was like, whatever. But what I loved was in Cuba, we took a catamaran.
Oh my God, bro. Don't compare that shit, bro. Fucking little baby waves. I've done a
What are you
catamaran
talking
excursion too.
Yeah.
You're not going to compare the fucking catamaran trip to a cross-Atlantic.
Oh, no, I'm not comparing it.
Yeah.
No,
but even in the
Oh, you mean the moving? No.
Huh?
Like
Oh,
the from
yeah,
the
yeah,
waves?
yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It doesn't affect me.
Okay. I've never gotten seasick, but I've been a little like, whoa, you get a little lightheaded, but not to the point where I would puke or anything like that or to get sick.
Yeah.
But that's just traveling from like Athens to an island. I can't imagine what that's like crossing the Atlantic. It must be fucking hell.
I don't mind it.
I don't know. Have you seen those pictures? Like, there's videos where the ship is going through this fucking storm. I don't know where and which way. I don't know if it's the Atlantic or the Pacific. I don't know where it is. And they have like footage from inside the cabin or I don't know, the cafeteria, whatever it is. It's on the boat. And you have tables just fucking swinging left and right. And you have people sliding on the floor.
No.
It's crazy, man. Yeah.
Fuck, if I was producing right now, I would have pulled it up.
Yeah. There's a bunch of shit. But yeah, I can't, like
Cruise
again,
ships, you feel nothing, Big Joe goes, even if the water is very choppy. I think
That's true. I've heard that cruise ships, you feel nothing. It's like a giant city just floating, and you literally feel nothing.
Yeah, they're humongous. Also, I feel like they have technology in these things to make it feel, to make it not move. So even if the seas are rough, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But bro, have you seen, speaking of cruise ships, have you seen the new cruise ships they come out with that are humongous? Yeah. We're talking about bigger than the island of Montreal.
I doubt that. Fucking- Dude, what are you talking?
I know, I'm joking. No, but they're gigantic. They're as big as
The island of Montreal.
okay, no, but they're bigger than Park Extension. Way bigger than Park Extension.
Hold on, bro. Let's think about that for a second.
Yeah, look at. Yeah, they're way bigger than Park Extension. Way bigger. Like if you walk, I can walk from one side of Park Extension to the other in about what 15, 20 minutes. 20 minutes, I would say.
Okay, let's see.
Yeah. Yeah, these things are huge, bro. To walk from one.
I doubt that there are
No,
ships
no.
that are bigger than Park X. I mean, I'm not
Dude.
saying Park X is huge.
No. But it takes like there are ships where it takes like 2 hours to get from one end to the other.
What are you talking about, bro?
You haven't seen these ships, bro? They're
2
cities.
hours to cross a ship, bro.
Yeah, bro.
What are you talking
From front
about,
to back.
man?
Yeah. You haven't seen these videos,
No, I haven't seen these videos.
bro. There are videos. You don't understand. It's you have everything you need. There's pharmacies,
I
hospitals.
feel like my level of intellect has just dropped.
No. I'm gonna pull it up. I'm gonna pull it up once Phil comes in. I'm waiting for Phil to come in. We're gonna look at the biggest cruise ship or some of the biggest cruise ships, bro. I've seen videos. Okay, for the reason why I know about these videos is because you know those TikTok videos where they go to Disneyland and they try all the restaurants. Well, there's also the equivalent of cruise ships, and they try all the restaurants and cruise ships, and they have these wacky foods and stuff. These TikTok videos, my girlfriend is obsessed with them.
Yeah.
So she shows me sometimes. She sends me sometimes. And dude, I became obsessed with the fact of all the amenities in the cruise ship and how big it is and what they have in it. Yeah. Where they give the grand tour. Bro, they have, okay, you know the Super Aqua Club that we have? Okay, they have water parks bigger than that in the cruise ship.
Yeah, that's fine. I get that. They're huge. They're big.
That's gigantic!
I get that, man. But bigger. Well, search it really quick, man.
Okay, look, you Google Park Extension acreage.
The what? Say that again?
The acreage or square meters or whatever the fuck.
Acreage?
Biggest cruise ships. Look, biggest cruise ship in the world. Look at this. The Allure of the Seas. Bro, this is bigger than Park Extension, bro.
How long is it, man? Let's go.
Bro, look, this is bigger than Park Extension. I'm
out of
sorry.
your fucking mind, bro. That's bigger than Park X.
This is bigger than Park Extension, bro.
Okay, we're becoming fucking broskies here. Bro. Yeah.
Oasis Allure of the Seas. 362 meters.
362 meters.
Yeah.
That's bigger than Park X, bro.
Yeah.
360 meters.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
No, I'm not, bro.
Oh my god, bro.
Bro.
I can't even believe we're having this conversation. Honestly.
Hold on.
We literally diminished the fucking level of this fucking podcast.
No. Hold on. Directions.
Oh my goodness.
To a starting point. Choose on map. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready? I'm taking Acadie. How many? Okay, the length of Park Extension is 2,000 meters. Never mind.
What a fucking idiot.
2 kilometers.
You're so stupid. What a fucking complete waste of time, bro. Like, but I don't understand how you had to. And like an idiot, I'm fucking searching too. Like, I'm like, let me check.
Bro, come on, bro. This looks bigger than Park Extension.
No,
bro.
man,
I'm
no.
sorry.
No, what are you
I'm sorry.
talking about? Like, there's no fucking way.
Look at all the houses.
Forget about this ship. Look at, search that, remember that cargo ship that got stuck in the Suez Canal last year? And that it blocked fucking world commerce for like 3 weeks or something? I forgot what it's called.
Bro, look at the Sea-Wise Giant, bro.
Check, search cargo ship Canal Suez or something like that. Like, it got stuck, I think, last year.
Yeah, I remember this. The Cairo. When the Ever Given, one of the largest container ships
Given?
ever built. Ever Given, yeah. One of the largest container ships ever built, more sideways skyscraper than a boat. Oh my God. Got stuck in
Because
the
that
Suez
one was
Canal for
huge.
6
How
days.
long was that one?
Ever Given size?
Doubt it's longer than 2 kilometers, but
400 meters.
400 meters.
Yeah. God damn, that's a big bitch.
Yeah, because I remember when this situation happened, they were talking about this being the largest ship, bigger than Park X, people. Bigger than Park X. Fucking shit. We just fucking lost 10 minutes, bro, talking about Park X and a ship being bigger than Park X. Ridiculous. Let's move on. Fucking guy. Do you guys remember Tony Accurso?
No.
Tony Accurso, the businessman, real estate.
Oh,
developer.
hold on.
Yeah. Oh my God! Here goes, guys. Another 10 minutes. I sincerely apologize.
You keep talking to the people about the story.
No, because we're gonna fucking draw another tangent over here. So I don't.
No, we're not. Go on to the next story.
Okay, Tony Accurso, for those who don't know, is a businessman. He's a major developer who was accused of corruption. It's been an ongoing story for years, linked to Mayor Vaillancourt, the former mayor of Laval, who was in, I think he's still in jail, but anyways, he was convicted for, I think, 4 or 5 years, something like that, due to gangsterism and corruption and all that stuff.
Nice.
Handing out contracts and, a bunch of things that we've spoken about before. So this has been an ongoing court hearing that has been lasting, I think, 5-6 years, something like that, with Accurso. Finally, a couple of weeks ago, the decision dropped and he was guilty and he was supposed to go to jail, but he's going to be bringing this to the Supreme Court of Canada, and he was released based on the grounds that the case is going to the Supreme Court. So that story isn't over yet. I'm just trying to find the dates over here so that we can inform our listeners. I can't really find them. It doesn't really matter. So it's still not over, guys, for Tony Accurso. This is going to be an ongoing story. Headed to the Supreme Court, released from the prison where he was, only for a couple of days. I think he was supposed to get in early June. So I think he was there probably for a week or so. I'm looking forward to that. I mean, this is a huge story because they're using Tony Accurso and everything that he did as an example of how corrupt the governments at the municipal level and even at the provincial level were in handing out the public contracts and the collusion and corruption that were always that have been linked to that. So this is huge. The whole story of Tony Accurso is kind of this example that will shed the light that, look, we took measures to block this and things are working and all that stuff. So obviously we're going to have to wait a little bit more until this is resolved at the Supreme Court. That's it. Short little story. Moving on. Did you find what you were looking for?
No, never mind. Keep going.
You realized that it was probably dumb?
No, park extension is 1.6 kilometers squared.
It's 1.6 kilometers square. Yeah.
Yeah. Whereas opposed to the boat was hold on.
Don't look at the square footage.
Squared. Keep going.
I'm interested to find out what you're searching.
I typed in biggest boat squared meters. Oh no, these are yachts.
Okay. Let's close this discussion on the boats, bro.
Okay.
Bigger than Park X. Let me talk to you guys about what are you smiling?
No, nothing.
What did you see?
No, your reaction to stuff is funny. Keep going.
The downfall of the Quebec Liberal Party, man, is continuing. All these people jumping ship. Last week, was it last week? Yeah, end of last week, you had Carlos Letao that announced that he's not running again. He's not seeking re-election. For those wondering, Carlos Letao gets elected out of the West Island of Montreal. He was the former Minister of Finance. The person claimed to be responsible for balancing Quebec's books for 4 years under the Liberal government, bringing in record amounts of surpluses that the Legault government obviously took advantage during the pandemic. And Legault himself has actually said himself that due to the surplus of the previous governments, they were able to do what they're doing now. I'm not. I was going to call him a major figure in the Liberal Party, but I don't think he's a major figure. He's quite an important figure because of the careful stance that he took on Quebec's public finances. So yeah, he's stepping down, and then yesterday, Kathleen Weil, who gets elected out of NDG, also announced that she's not running. These are figures that have been, getting elected for a while in the Liberal Party, and people were looking to them on the next phase, taking over and maybe not assuming the leadership, but at least having some sort of role in restructuring the party and bringing the party back from the depths at which it has dropped. So all these people are just leaving.
Like the cruise ships.
Bro, it's done. Bro, that conversation's done, bro. Fucking cruise ship. So they're gone. Now, to me, it comes as no surprise, obviously, seeing that, the Liberal Party is probably going to be in opposition again next time around. These people, they're not going to waste any more time sitting across the floor. They all have...
well, that's because they're sitting on the floor, George. Why don't they sit on chairs like normal people?
In opposition. Sitting in opposition. So for them, obviously, it's a lot more exciting to be in government. I don't blame them. It's probably true. But given their track record, they just don't see themselves bringing any value in opposition. They're stepping down. They're obviously claiming that, they gave their time. They did their mandate. That's what Letao said. He said, look, I promised my wife that I was going to do 2 mandates, and that's what I did, and I'm stepping down.
Who's this?
Carlos Letao, the former Minister of Finance.
Cock.
What cock?
He's a cock, bro.
Okay. Moving on. So there's this new wave of new recruits that are coming into the party. How many of them are going to get elected? I don't know. Again, based on the polls and the projections that we're seeing, the Liberal Party is not going to have probably more than 15 seats, which is embarrassing. Like, they've never been this low. The problem now that exists, and especially with a lot of people that I'm talking about at the party level, is that there's this growing worry that after this election, when, assuming that the Liberal Party is going to lose, and assuming that Dominique Anglade will have to either resign, or I don't know what's going to happen there, the party is going to have to restructure. And the issue now is, where do you start and where do you go, especially if you don't have these people that have the experience to kind of lead the way? That's a big question mark. And so there's a lot of people worrying right now behind the scenes. Obviously, nobody, this is not public, and they're never going to come public with this because they're actually working as staffers or working in the party. So I'm just having a conversation with them, and there's a lot of worry right now. So I'm just curious to see from now until the actual elections are launched, which I'm assuming will be probably towards the end of August, how many more people are going to announce that they're not running again. I don't know. It's a lot of the analysts that I'm following are thinking that, look, this is normal. This is like it's a natural transition that the parties go through. The older people leave, they leave the room for the new people coming in, and that's fine. We've seen this happen in the past as well. But I think it's a sign that even internally, people have zero hope that the party will go anywhere.
I'm sorry.
Remember what we said about 9 a.m. to 10 p.m.? That gigantic fucking window where society functions? There you have it. Fucking bear. You want to talk about the arms getting out of control in Montreal? We've spoken about
the what?
This. The arms, weapons.
Oh, okay. I was about to say whose arms are out of control.
How does your brain work?
Very retardedly.
Like when you listen to words coming out of people's mouths, do you try to place them in the context of what they're saying, or
what do you mean?
Like I said, what do you think about the arms in Montreal?
Yeah,
right.
I know. Here's the thing. I know.
Are you imagining the island of Montreal with arms, like hands?
Okay, so
like how does it compute in your brain?
So, so I'll give you an example. So,
that's what I want. I just want to understand the words that you hear and the context in which you put them.
Okay. When you said the arms, I understood 100% right off the bat what you meant. I understood that you meant weapons, right? But hold on, and I have to finish this thought before you come sit here. Hey, calm down, you. Okay, fucking an hour, 10 minutes late.
It's okay.
Buster, the guy.
Okay. He's either angry or happy that about his passport.
So I completely understand how you mean it.
Yeah.
But when you also say it, I also picture one man running around the city, waving his arms around all crazy like.
What?
So my head, my brain's fucking weird.
There you go. Are we switching?
All right, let's go.
Go sit in your chair.
I'm not going. You sit there.
Go sit in your chair.
I'm not going there.
You're being punished. Go sit in your chair.
You sit there. I sit here.
You sit there, bro. Why is he being punished? I'm the one.
Why the fuck am I being punished? This is the guy fucking researching boats and fucking. Ladies and gentlemen,
Between the
Phil
two of
Balabanos
you,
in
you
the
have
house.
more hours on camera than I even do. Between the two of you, and yet I have an errand to run, an important errand, so I can get my day pass out of this fucking penal colony of a country, and I have to risk that my children have no father driving like a maniac because you guys, Poseidon believes that there is a man-made structure on the oceans that is
size of
bigger
Montreal.
than the island of Montreal.
I don't actually believe it.
Not now, but you did when you brought Bear Montreal. Hi everyone, how are you guys?
How's it going, Phil?
Nice to be here.
Philip,
I was at Passport Canada, if you're wondering.
can you
Give an update on the Passport Canada situation.
fill us in on what happens because did you go there to apply and get it, or have you already applied and you have to go receive it?
I am not a buffoon.
Uh-huh.
I have a valid passport.
Are you sure about that?
But my kids don't. Yes, I am sure. So this is the situation. If you were smart enough, as we were, to jump on an appointment when we realized there was an issue, you're fine. You just show up. It helps if you have proof of travel in the next 24 hours, which I did. Yeah. So we went and we got there, and I saw it looked like Damascus, honestly. There was just,
People
it was
lining
like,
up to
people
get
had
out.
brought, there was tents and temporary gazebos set up and chairs.
Where'd you go, downtown?
No, I went to Marcel Lorenz, so it was a little more oriental in its flavors.
They had set up camp in the parking lot across
Sweet
The
and
parking
spicy.
lot. I wish Anna had sent me the video. We shot a video. It starts, if you know this area. It's
Which area,
It's
sorry?
the shopping center on Marcel Lorenz, where the SAQ is at one far end, and on the other far end, there's the passport and the license office.
Oh, is that where the old Pizza Hut was?
Which one?
The old Pizza Hut.
I don't think there was ever a Pizza Hut there that I know of. Not that I can remember, anyways.
Okay, yeah.
Anyways, so we're talking about a distance from one end of, from the door to the far end of the mall. I would guess it's probably about 362 meters.
It takes you 2 hours to
Yeah,
walk.
but it was probably about that. It was probably about 300 meters the distance, and that was the line.
Jesus.
No.
It went past the last
So
building,
it was the biggest cruise ship, the line.
basically, a little bit shy of it. So there was easily, if I had to do an estimate, like I'm not sure how to estimate this, but if I'm guessing, because people were spaced out because they had little houses set up, right? There was probably about 400 people waiting in line, maybe 5. And the ones at the front, because I spoke to them, because there was 2 lines. There was that line, and then there was a line of 20 people with people who had appointments, which is where I was. So, I mean, for me, I stopped at Puffs. I got a coffee. It was not a big deal. We were in and out in under an hour, but then I had to take Anna to the office and come here. So, if you don't have an appointment...
So wait, you went to pick it up?
No, I went to make the application. I'm getting it Friday morning
Okay.
because I'm traveling Friday, so I needed to have it.
Are you really traveling on
I'm
Friday?
traveling Friday.
Oh, okay.
So let me take these off. So yeah, we had an appointment. We walked in, we gave our papers, we had done everything properly. It's fine. I spoke to some of those people. First of all, it was amazing. I'm going back there with a camera. The bonds that have formed in these lines, they've been there for days. Like, you don't make it in the first day, you just wait in your spot. People are just they're missing flights. It's crazy. There was these they must have been like Algerian or Tunisian, these 2 guys, like North Africans. They had made friends with this old little Jewish woman. It was beautiful. It was the world at peace, man. I'm telling you. And they had like 2-3 Quebecois people there too. They were like a little family, and they all came in with us because it was finally their turn. So they would take like 10 from the appointment line, 10 from the refugee line. And when they were leaving, they would like do the rounds inside and say goodbye to each other, and they were adding each other on Facebook.
God.
I go, this is like, you went to war with these people, right? You seen some shit. They were outside last night during the lightning storm.
What?
This is ridiculous.
Did you guys get hit in Brossard?
Last night? No.
There was a lightning storm last
yeah,
night?
well, you'd sleep like you microdose death
I heard
at
the
night.
rain. I didn't hear any thunder. I may have passed out too.
Last
I didn't
night
hear
was the
anything.
first time in my life
Microdose
that
death.
thunder woke me.
Oh yeah.
I had the window a little bit open, and at like 2 a.m., I feel something in the bed, and I hear a noise, but I think it's in my dream, whatever. I was having like a weird dream, I don't remember. And I look up, and Anna's standing at the edge of the bed like this. I was like, what are you doing? She goes, something fell. I'm like, something fucking fell. What are you talking about? She goes, or was it thunder? She was like so mysterious about it. I'm like, I don't know. I was asleep. So she gets up to go check on the girls, and I sit up in the bed, and all of a sudden, this fucking flash hits.
Oh, so
And the
beautiful.
thunder hits at the exact same time,
Oh, that's
which means
close.
it's right above us.
Yeah. Oh,
And it happened 2-3 times. It was so loud that like my body vibrated. I was like, yeah, I've never felt this. And then I turned on the security camera, the one that I caught the burglar with, and it was just overexposing and shaking. I was like, yeah, it's the end of the world outside. I went back to bed. But those people were outside during that. And then when we finally got in, some
that even
random
fucking possible that
some
you're waiting
random
in
Sri
line?
Lankan guy with his wife and kid who showed up at the same time as me, casually, no English, no English, no English, kept saying to everyone, just walked in.
What?
He jumped the 3-day line, but the people inside knew he wasn't part of their group. So they're like, you can't be. This mob mentality turned on him.
But hold on, there's no way there's a 3-day line outside to get a passport.
Go drive by Marcel Laurent if you
Yeah,
don't
no,
believe me, man.
they've been.
Anna, if you're watching, I don't know if you are, send me the video so I can show them.
Marcel Laurent?
Marcel Laurent, yeah.
Where's
People are
Marcel?
saying you need
Saint Laurent.
Ville Saint Laurent, like
Oh, Normandy.
not Normandy. That's in New Bordeaux. That's a different neighborhood.
Ville Saint Laurent. You know where Place Vertu is?
Nowhere near there.
Oh,
It's not
around
really
there.
near there.
in the
It's like
vicinity.
Henry Bourassa and Marcel Laurent, man. You don't know where Marcel Laurent is?
okay. I think I know what you're
Where the
talking
Baskin and Robbins is. Just tell them really fatty
about.
food.
Oh, wait. There's a giant tiger.
Right next to Giant Tiger.
Okay, I know where you're. Okay,
I
now
bought
know,
a
now I
$7
know.
umbrella from there this morning because we were outside for a bit.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Really? The
Some
line
guy
is
looks
that
at me, he's like, because I'm like, fuck, we don't have an umbrella. And it started to drizzle and Anna didn't have a jacket, so I go, I'll be right back. And he goes, you had that in the car? I'm like, no, I went to Giant Tiger. He's like, I've been here for 4 days and it's been raining. I go, there's a fucking store. It sells everything, literally everything.
big? Yeah, but to be fair, bro, there's a giant tiger.
Explain your joke to me.
You didn't like.
You're frightened of the tiger?
Yes.
Meow. Okay. So that's why. So that is why
I'm trying to
you guys were
remember-
subjugated to this chaos this
I'm
morning.
trying to remember. I don't think I ever went in person
Really?
to apply or to pick up a passport. I think everything was done by
No,
mail.
I've always done it in person.
Oh yeah.
I don't like the idea of handing off for more than a few minutes my birth certificate. It's too much of a hassle to get a new one if it gets lost. It's doable. It's not a big deal, but it's a pain in the ass because I've lost my birth certificate once.
Maybe, were you making a? Was the passport expired and you had to go
It was
through
a
that?
renewal. Yeah, it
And
was
you
just
have to do the same thing with a birth certificate. I mean, they have the other
you
passports.
still need a piece of ID. One of them is your license or something else,
yeah,
and the other
okay.
one is your birth certificate. Also, we needed the birth certificates this time for the kids
For
to
the
prove
kids.
to prove parentage.
Okay, because we have to make one. For
I mean, it was. I have to. Your wife doesn't have one. Won't travel.
it expired.
Are you playing sound effects?
What?
Are you playing sound effects?
No.
Oh.
Trying to
Oh, it's you.
Yeah.
I don't see you getting a passport. Not this summer.
I have one, and
No, for your
my,
wife.
my eldest has one as well. My wife.
So the
is
two of you can
expired
fuck
and the
off
young
and-
one doesn't have one.
Yeah, it's
So there you have it.
you need proof of travel within 24 hours, but they can't guarantee that they'll let you in for that 24-hour period. It doesn't make sense.
Isn't it incredible? So look, if we're gonna go anywhere, it's going to be in mid-September, like
I
early or
think
mid-September.
come-
So I think my wife thinks that the wave of this craziness is just gonna subside after
Look,
summer.
it is travel time.
Yeah.
Like I've also been hearing from people who are traveling right now that even if you get your passport on time, if you have a connecting flight anywhere in Europe, say goodbye to about 2 days of your life.
Why?
Because the airports are overloaded, understaffed, and no one's making their connections.
Jesus Christ.
So I know that I'm
And
going to
you
be.
have a 1 hour connection.
I have
right?
2 1-hour connections.
Oh shit!
I'm not leaving Germany for a few days. I'm gonna go. How are you doing? Yeah, danke, danke. Goose step it. Yeah, I don't know anything about German
why
culture.
the homosexual tone though? I don't understand.
Have you never met a German person? They're either evil or very, very happy. That's my happy German.
No, the German thing that comes to my mind is like a tough.
No. I don't. Yeah. No, for me, I picture a German person. There's 2 versions. There's Axis Germany and there's Lederhosen Oktoberfest. Like just happy to be drinking.
Yeah, I think my perception is mostly the angry German.
No.
Ja, let you go do that.
Wer
Ja,
your papers? There are your papers. No, I think I'm picturing Bavarians specifically. I think they're more jolly.
Happy-go-lucky.
They're like, yeah, they got the lederhosen and they're eating the schnitzel and
a little whistle.
yeah. But I'm gonna be stuck in Hamburg for at least a day. There you go. Good timing. Yeah. That's the music that's gonna be playing when me and my wife get fucking divorced
When you
in the airport.
calling lawyers. When you told me that you have 2 connecting flights.
Honestly, I looked at it. I go, you hate all of us. You hate us. She goes, such a good deal. No shit. Anyways,
I wish you luck.
I hope maybe I'll find a German wife.
Have I told you the story when we went to our honeymoon in Colombia, and on the way back we were connecting through Miami.
Were you like strictly honeymoon, or it was like a business trip also?
Yeah.
Yeah. You were muling? Oh, it's monitored airwaves. Yeah. You know, it's very likely because George was a member of the Liberal Caucus. Not the Caracas. That's that in Colombia? No, Caracas is not. Venezuela, yeah.
So anyway,
Oh wait, I have the video. I just realized. Poseidon, you want me to send it to you somewhere? Can you get it on there?
I'll send it on Twitter.
It's on my phone. I'll just show George and you later.
You don't have Twitter on your phone.
I do, but I'd have to upload the video to Twitter, and I don't want to.
No, you don't.
send that as a message.
Oh, you mean like
Direct
that? Yeah,
message.
that makes sense. Seems like a lot of work right now.
Oh my
I'll just show
God.
you guys. Fine,
Anyway.
I'll do it.
While you're doing that,
Yeah, while you're doing that,
let
he's
me tell
doing
you the
the
story.
Yeah, tell me the story about the time you were a drug mule.
So we're leaving Colombia. We're headed to Miami, and
Not suspicious at all.
so we're waiting there, and nobody's boarding the plane. And it's like an hour and a half later. We're like, oh my God, we already missed the connection to Miami while still at Colombia. So we're like, oh my God, fuck the connecting flight, this and that. And then as we're waiting to get any sort of answer, nobody's giving us any answers on why it's being delayed. Don't we see the pilots walking in fucking late?
Oh, that happens all the time.
And they're like, oh yeah, the pilots just arrived. We'll be boarding. Like, what do you mean the pilots just fucking arrived? Where were these guys?
probably
Like
having
nothing
Probably
happened.
flying another plane.
probably having sex orgies with the flight attendants.
I don't know, man.
That happens a lot, eh?
Anyways, we get to Miami, and guys, I don't know if it was the anger, if it was the loss of patience, all that ordeal.
Greek genetics start taking over.
Yeah. I wanted to fucking murder everyone at that airport.
I get you.
It was huge.
Were you ever a smoker? No.
No.
So you weren't like jonesing for a cigarette?
No. So we didn't know where the hell we wanted to go. People were fucking rude. I remember we had to take an elevator to change floors, and people were storming out of the elevator, and we're like, naturally, polite Canadians waiting for everyone to come out before we enter. And we're just seeing fucking people just trying to squeeze it. I felt honestly.
Is this in Miami or in Colombia?
No, Miami. Once we got there. And I felt honestly like I felt like I was in Greece. People don't give a fuck. It's like, fuck it, I'm going in, you're coming out, we'll figure it out. People were just pushing in while people were pushing out. And I'm looking at my wife and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? And people were
You
cutting
just
through
reminded
line.
me of something.
And then the doors would close. We missed, I think, 2 elevators. We're like, okay, fuck that shit, man. Honestly, at some
Because
point.
you're pussies.
Yeah, maybe. So anyway, all that to say that that connection flight was
Miss.
by far my worst experience ever.
My worst experience on an airplane was probably my honeymoon. We ended up stuck on the tarmac in Montreal for like 4 hours because a lightning storm rolled in. And it was like striking next to the planes. We were seeing it. They're like, we can't turn on the plane. Like, you're just chilling here. So we waited. We missed our connection because of it. And we ended up at Charles de Gaulle for like 5 or 6 hours. I forget.
Did you go out?
What?
Did you go out?
5 or 6 hours not enough because
Really?
it's because of customs, right? So by the time we cleared, it was busy. And it was like Labor Day weekend. So, here's the video. Let's just watch
One
this.
moment, please.
Are you driving here? Oh,
I was driving. My wife is shooting.
Your wife is filming.
Yeah.
Okay. Just to clarify that.
Just so you can see the Damascus situation.
What do you mean by Damascus?
Damascus is
Syria's-
a city in Syria.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know this. Okay,
There you go.
I visualized
You're just
it.
thinking of Damascus steel because
There
you
you
look
go,
at too many TikTok videos.
You shut your whore mouth.
Shut your horn mouth. Let's see this.
Okay.
So, guys, right now, what you're seeing, I'm maybe 25, 30 meters from the door. Like, I've already started rolling.
Is it playing? Dude, play it.
Yeah, why isn't it playing?
Is where the passport office?
Did I tell you to turn off the audio?
I did.
So,
But,
like,
yeah, but they're pretty spaced out though.
There's a random.
wait, it
doodle
gets
to the
tighter. It
pan.
gets tighter. And you'll start seeing the chairs and the little
Chairs.
tents.
Oh my God, there's chairs.
People are camping out, man. Look at this.
to go renew their passport.
Fucking
For
That's
days.
insane.
They're there for days.
No, that's insane, bro.
I went to get a coffee. The girl at Puffs is like, "Oh, it's been great for us. We're making a killing."
no shit.
Because like they all become friends. So one guy goes, he buys like a box of lukumades for the group. You know.
Nah.
Look at this. Look at this. It's still
Nah,
going.
B.
I'm still going.
Look at this.
Nah, B.
And you guys missed a bit of the beginning part.
No.
Look at this. They have little things set up.
Umbrellas.
Now we're in front of a restaurant. And when I got there, the line continued, but they went and they got rid of a bunch of people. They're like, "Look, you're not getting in. Give up." It wrapped around to the sack.
Nah, B.
Yeah, it's crazy. By the way, I shouldn't say this, but I realized there's a flaw in their system. There's two ways to get in. One, you're traveling within 24 hours and you've done the long line. Two, you have an appointment. If you show up at 8:45 when they open the doors and you're like, "I have an appointment," they just let you in, right?
No.
So
But
they
what
don't
about-
check right away. They
what
check
about-
once you get inside. But inside, before you get into the inside,
Yeah.
there's a middle section where there's a line of people who have 24-hour appointments and a line of people who have, what's it called?
An appointment.
Not a 24-hour appointments, who are traveling within 24 hours and who did the line and appointments. If you get in here and then you just walk over and go here, you're in. You're through. You've screwed over everyone who's waiting, but you're in. You'll get your shit
Right.
done.
So you just
But you
tell
need
every-
proof of travel within 24 hours. It's the only thing.
Yeah. So
Or you make an
You
appointment.
have the proof of travel.
No,
with
you can't
20
make appointments anymore.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah, no.
There's
what,
no
what,
new
what,
appointment.
he's saying,
Hold
what
on,
he's
hold
saying
on,
is that
hold
you
on,
take
hold
your
on.
proof of travel of 24 hours. You don't wait in line.
You wait in the short line. You say,
wait
"I
in
have
the
an appointment."
Short line of the appointment. And once you get in,
Once you cross
skip
the
over to
first
the-
inaptation guard, you switch lines. And if anyone in the line tells you,
He
"Hey,
seems
you didn't
very
wait with us,"
confused.
you say, "Oh, my wife was waiting for me," or "My husband. We've been doing shifts." Because they'll turn on you. Because the few people I saw tried to get in,
Dude, I
the
looked at-
mob turned on them and threw them out.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
Did
Hold
you-
on.
There's two lines.
This is all to get a passport.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're living in Canadistan.
This is unacceptable.
It's unacceptable. Someone
no,
was telling
this-
me
hold on.
inside, someone goes to me, "There's going to be a class action lawsuit." I go, "No, there isn't. There's not going to be shit."
No, you
Because
don't
we're
understand.
living under
A
all
class
these
action
weird...
lawsuit for what though? Like that
Because
they
they're
didn't have enough
forcing you.
employees.
You cannot get a passport unless you're within the priority window.
Yeah.
And you cannot get a passport in the priority window without paying the extra fee. So they've taken away the regular renewal. You have to pay extra. I paid $50 extra to get it. But there's also,
So
that's
how come-
because today they were doing 48 hours.
So you wait.
Some days they only do 24 and you have to pay the 110 extra. It doesn't really make sense. That's
No,
why you're
this is-
confused.
hold on, this is unacceptable. This
It is unacceptable, absolutely.
No, it's unacceptable that we're considered a fucking first world country, and you have to wait outside like you're waiting for a potato in fucking Cuba, bro. This is completely unacceptable.
Potato in Cuba.
Bro, this is
I agree with you, but there's also no fix here because there are more record numbers of people who need passports. Because don't forget, aside from the people who are all traveling this year because we're all trying to get out,
Yeah.
there's also the people who, for 2 years, their passports had lapsed. Times 2 years because nobody was renewing their passports during the fucking pandemic. So you have all this backlog.
In
Then
addition
Hold on.
they furloughed so many employees during the pandemic from Service Canada. A lot of them were like, "Fuck it, I'm just going to get a new job." So they're gone.
Yeah.
Hold on, I have a question.
Yeah.
My passport expires in 2023,
Okay.
about a year from now. Exactly.
I would wait about 5 months and just go do it in the dead of winter. You'll
Yeah,
be fine.
eh?
Yeah,
Okay,
you'll be
okay.
Yeah. Do it 6
Like my
months.
daughter's still had a few weeks on it, but we just did it. Like she could have gone through the summer, but we did it. Mine expires in like 8 years because I did it like weeks before.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in the middle of
And you
January.
gotta take 10 years. Eh?
Yeah, you take the 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go in
The
the
guy
middle.
asked me. He goes, "You want 10 years?" I'm like,
Is there
"Shit."
20?
I go, "Can I take one for life?" I go, "I'm not getting any balder. This is how I'm always gonna look. It might just be a bit whiter. Like, what do we do? I don't know. As soon as we get our passports, fuck that. Who wants to come? Chick-fil-A and Target. Who's in? We're going to Plattsburgh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need some Chick-fil-A.
So I would go in the middle of January, basically.
You're still thinking about that? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
That's the news that I bring you. It's man on the street news. I was there. I witnessed it.
Wow.
Not like George's fake news that he makes up and he researches about fucking gangsterism and shit like that.
Speaking of,
Do you have any news?
Speaking of gangsterism, yeah, the police of Montreal tabled their annual report for 2021.
They tableted it.
They tabled it. No surprise to anyone, crime
I shared
is
it.
up.
Yeah, we know.
Crime is up.
Crime is up.
Crime is up, and so is gun ownership. And
Everybody tried to get their guns before the handguns got banned.
I'm gonna remind me to talk to you about that because last week or
Off
2 weeks
air?
ago. No.
Oh, okay. That's the way you said it.
No, well, we spoke about Justin Trudeau trying to pass legislation on banning the ownership or the transfer of guns.
Did that
Yeah,
go
solving
through?
problems no one asked him to.
I don't know. I don't know if it's going through. I mean, it's probably going to go through.
No.
No, but there was news, and we're going to come back to that. Actually, we'll talk about it now. Basically, what's happening is that everyone is rushing now to buy weapons or to transfer them before that law applies.
If I had weapons, that's what I'd be doing.
So if I get my gun license,
So in the last week or two, there's been this explosion of fucking gun sales to the point where people have nothing left in stock.
M. Night Shyamalan twist.
Not really a Shyamalan twist.
Hold
Completely
on.
foreseeable.
Trudeau is actually part of the gun lobby.
Stop
He
talking.
knew this move would boost gun sales like crazy.
Here's what I've noticed.
He's actually a double agent.
Here's what I noticed. Whenever we do this podcast and Phil and or Pantelis are both here, they just shut you up within 5 seconds of you opening your mouth. I realized just now that I let you go
Yes,
because
it's your fault, George.
it is entirely my fault.
When I
guys.
came in here and I was angry at you, I wasn't angry at him. That's like being mad.
How could you let
Like,
this happen,
That's
George?
like you go into the wilderness, you find a fucking, I don't know, a jaguar, and you're like, hey, jaguar, and it bites you. You don't get it eats you. You're not mad at the
you go,
jaguar. You can't hate the jaguar for being a jaguar. He's an idiot. He's gonna be an idiot. You
Hey, man, that's offensive.
have 2 podcasts. You ran for provincial election. I mean, you lost, so that says a lot. like maybe other people knew and I just
shows
didn't.
that I respect people much more than you and
No,
Pantelis do.
that's not what it is.
I think so. In any
Yeah,
case,
I think it's a respect thing.
the number of crimes are increasing in Montreal. They're on the rise. Obviously, coming as no surprise. And this is obviously for 2021. We don't know what 2022 is going to be like.
Ooh, it's gonna be a record year. Everyone's fucked. Everyone's marginalized right now. Inflation is out of control. You have government saying stuff like, well, to help with inflation, if you vote for me, I give you 500 big ones.
Yeah.
Right? So, like,
It's
you ju-
skyrocketing. And also,
everyone's gonna fucking
not
go
only
to
crime,
shit.
but also crime that includes an arm or a gun or whatever also went through the roof.
You mean a weapon? A firearm?
A firearm.
Yeah.
weapon.
A bang bang. A
bang
boomstick.
A
But
pew
we're-
pew.
This is my boomstick. You don't get that reference, huh?
No, but we're talking about a huge fucking increase, like almost like 100%.
That's good. That's good. It's groovy.
Look,
I like
at
that.
this, look at this chart. From 1 year, this is
Pretty hilarious chart.
from 2020
Maybe
crime used
the police
with
should
weapons.
use this the way the Liberal Party did to make their new
Was that
logo.
Oh man, you just remind me of something else I want to talk to you
George,
about.
you're terrible at this. What were you doing before I got here?
And on a final note, in that report, we also were told that in
Hold on.
addition,
Yeah, go ahead.
in addition to weapons going up, and in addition to crime going up with the use of weapons, sexual assault has also gone up as well, almost double.
Well, after you commit your fucking crime with your gun, you're all fired up, you're fucking horny, you gotta fuck something. It makes sense. Those things, there's a correlation there. So executive summary conclusion, there are no ships bigger than Park Extension, and crime is up.
And so sexual assault.
Crime. Yeah, I said crime.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Now, last week we mentioned to you guys, and we were, we're saying this jokingly that, that the Liberal Party, in an attempt to save its skin in the upcoming elections, changed their logo as if that was like a Hail Mary pass, and we're laughing at it.
We
blah,
have
blah,
the
blah.
solution.
Yeah. We thought that was a solution, Phil, but you know what the real solution is?
More guns?
No,
Less guns.
I got an email that the Liberal Party has opened an online boutique where you can go buy shirts and you can go buy a bunch of other liberal
You know what, George? I
stuff.
know you're making fun of this, but I'm all for that. You know why?
Yeah.
One, I support capitalism. I have
Yeah.
no issues with it. I mean, I have issues with it, but I support it, especially on a small scale like that. And it's a nice way for them to fund themselves. Two, now, I mean, they might as well put a fucking star on their arms. Now we know who they is.
I was about to say that. Yeah, now you can spot them.
Well, don't say it. I just said it.
Yeah, but now like
See, you see how I stop him? I let him. I do what his father was too absent to ever do. I look at him disappointed, and he's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, I know. I'll shut
Like
up
he.
now.
By the way, do you believe that your father took a cargo ship to Greece and that's why he fucked off?
you 100% did that. If
There's
you
no way in hell he did that.
if you met my father, you'd understand.
You could do that. I mean, it's not a.
I don't.
It's not
No,
impossible.
I'm not disagreeing that it
Bro.
could be done. I don't think his father
no,
could do it.
hold on. If
Why not?
you hold on, Phil, you're saying that because you haven't met my father.
I have met your father once.
Where?
At the old studio, one time.
No.
I saw your mom yesterday, by the way.
Oh yeah.
She says, "What's up?" No, I actually saw her.
weird.
She recognized me from the group. She's like, "Hello," but you know who I was. It was funny.
Okay. No, but if you actually sit down and speak to my father, you saw my father. That's different.
I didn't experience him. That's true.
There you go.
I did watch that interview he had done though
You watched it?
with Pantelis.
Okay, so
Yeah,
if you sit down and you experience him and you speak
Was
to the
that
man,
video or was that just audio?
I don't remember now. I think it was a video.
you'll actually wonder how many other times he's probably taken cargo ships in his life. Actually, he came to Greece by boat too when he was a kid.
He came from Greece.
came
I mean,
he
my
came-
grandparents
sorry,
came
he-
on a boat too, but it wasn't a
yeah.
cargo ship. It was the SS Frideriki.
Oh
It was just a passenger ship. That's how they
Yeah,
got
yeah.
around back then.
no, them they threw him on cargo.
Seems
ships.
like a good way to travel.
They thought it was that in a container.
And can I just come back to something from your conversation earlier? Ships are terrible. Like cruise liners, you guys were going on and on.
Have you seen the recent cruise liner that caught on fire?
I have seen many of these things. Also, who in their right? Like, I want to understand this. Why would you want to be on an affront to nature? Like, that's the Tower of Babel.
Yeah,
like, we're fucking,
but that's the
we're just
argument-
bragging. Our
Yeah,
hubris,
but that's
it's going
the-
to snap in
no,
half.
That's the argument I was making. Like only traveling from a ferry to boat.
That's fine.
To no, but it's you. I never got sick, but you
No,
feel
that's
a
not
little,
what I'm talking.
whoa,
No,
imagine crossing the
You,
Atlantic.
you misunderstand me. First of all, when you cross the Atlantic, they give you those things you put behind your ear. You don't get seasick.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Anna's done.
What is that?
cruises.
What
is
do they
that?
put behind the
It,
ears?
it affects your inner ear, your balance, so you don't get nauseous.
Okay, cool.
Because on little boats, I'm fine. Ferry boats from Athens, I get a little queasy after a while. Like unless I'm outside.
I've taken ferries in Greece. I never.
When I'm outside chilling on the, in the back, they're always open. You can sit outside. I'm fine.
Yeah.
When I can see the horizon. Once I'm inside and I'm like
Yeah.
eating or drinking, I get kind of queasy. But that's neither here nor there.
Interesting.
What I mean by it's an affront is nothing that big should float. Okay? You're just asking for trouble.
What are you talking about? The
We're,
island-
we're spitting in the face of nature by building a city that floats.
Hold on. Technically, the island of Montreal is floating.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Islands don't actually float,
Yeah,
dude.
they do, bro.
No, they don't. They're tethered to the. Anyways.
No, they're not.
Bro,
Can
they
you
float,
prove it?
dude. They float and they're strapped on the ground. So
Yeah,
they
yeah,
don't
yeah,
leave.
Yeah.
yeah.
They're anchored, bro.
Sure, bro.
Can you prove this?
Probably.
Like a buoy in the middle of the St. Lawrence.
Yeah, nothing about topographical altitude changes.
It's just
No,
that
it's not
Montreal
what
is so big, you don't feel it.
It's not that big. I mean, there's cruise ships bigger than it, right?
Yeah, come on.
Such a malaca.
Have you been on a cruise?
Never. I promised my wife I would, only if my friend, my Cubaro, comes with us, because they also have 2 kids the same age, 2 girls. And he believes, like I do, that you're spitting in the face of God to step foot on it. So the wives think we're doing it one day, but it's not going to happen.
Okay, personally, I don't.
I'd
like
sooner
it.
skydive.
I would
It's safer.
rather go and vacation somewhere like all inclusive or whatever the fuck. I think it's dumb as fuck.
Cruises, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I get that you're going to different places, but I don't like to do that American tourist
Yeah,
thing
there
where
you
you're
go.
in and out. I
Yeah,
want to
yeah,
sit and I want to experience
There
it.
you
all.
go, there you go.
That's the
I hate
thing.
that shit.
You
Stupid.
experience different
Yeah.
islands or whatever.
Which is
countries.
why I love Europe so much, because I look local everywhere I go, so I can just kind of
No, but there
vanish.
I don't
Also-
think
also-
you don't have much time to explore. Like you barely come out. You gotta stay close to the
Yeah,
port.
exactly. Or else you
do
miss
a
your
little- do
cruise
some
and-
touristy things.
I
You know
laughed
what I
at-
would do though? A river cruise. That I would do.
Where?
Like the Viking river cruises through Europe, where you go through all these like massive cities.
Nah, it's
Really?
stupid.
You
Yeah,
can
that's
travel through
really cool.
Europe, like in the
Yeah,
in
like the Rhine and
Oh,
whatever
yeah.
the northern ones are. That's
Yeah.
interesting. I'm not super interested in those countries visiting them, to be honest. I'd rather stay in the Mediterranean, but there's no rivers.
Also,
The Mediterranean, I'm okay with because it's a closed off area. You're never too far from. They're not that big. They're ferry boats, right? Go on.
Also, I laughed at Bill Burr's joke a little too hard about cruise ships. You remember that?
I
whole
don't
joke he
remember
had?
it, but I'm sure you're gonna ruin it for me. Go ahead.
I'm not gonna say it. But I would do it just once, just to experience, see what it's like.
George, shut up. I'm not doing a cruise. I'm not doing it. Why would I pay money to sit on a fucking boat with a bunch of old people? Fuck that. No.
It's true. It is only old people. But yo,
George
fun
loves
fact.
that.
Fun fact.
That
Fun fact.
5-star tourista life.
Fun fact.
He's living his best life.
Did you
Georgie.
know it's cheaper to live on a cruise ship
Then to live where?
than to live in Montreal now? To rent like a proper
For how long?
like for all your life, like year in year out. I swear to God, bro, it's like fucking $1,500 a month on a cruise ship, and it's all included. You don't have to pay food, anything, none of that shit. Think about it. You're fed every day.
I heard that cruise ships you pay. It's extra. things
Depends.
that you
Some
do.
stuff is, yeah.
Oh yeah, some activities, yeah, maybe. But I'm talking about like just in general. You live on the cruise ship. and everything's in.
You know what's a forgotten means of travel of a bygone era? Classy train travel.
My wife wants to do it.
I would love to do that. Like there's a bar cart and
My wife
like,
wants to do that.
I would love to do
like
that.
a cross Canada kind of thing.
I don't know, do something interesting.
Bro,
Where you gotta look at corn stalks half the time.
I've seen videos in
Trees, corn, trees.
Apparently, it's a beautiful trail.
Really?
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
like to do like the Orient Express. That'd be cool.
yeah.
That goes to Constantinople, right?
Does it?
If I'm not mistaken, yeah.
So
That'd be cool, yeah. Or like a European. I've done the Renfe in Spain, the high-speed train, which is a nice experience. It's not fancy, it's not classy, and it has like a food cart where you go in. But it's very like it looks like an airplane. Everything clicks in, and it's not fancy. Yeah. I want like a guy cleaning the glass. He's like, "What'll I get you?" I'm like,
Does that even still exist?
I don't know. It must.
I don't think
Rich
so, bro.
people love that shit, so it must exist.
nah, but
That and I'd love to fly destination because I've been on a private jet because of work, but like I didn't fly somewhere. Like I would love
apparently
to
it's
experience.
garbage. I heard. So who did I? It was on. I think it was
You
on.
don't know anyone who flies in private jets.
I doubt
No,
that
no,
it's
no,
garbage.
no. But I heard about it on a podcast. I think it was Andrew Schultz. Andrew Schultz was talking.
He's flying cheap charters though.
No. But somebody was talking to him about it. Oh no, it was on 2 Drink Minimum. I think. Yes, it was on 2 Drink
I
Minimum.
remember he was talking about how there was no
Yes,
food,
yes.
there was no
Yeah,
nothing.
yeah, exactly.
I'm not talking about grabbing cheap charters like Schultz and all these other comedians do. And I mean, I get why they do it. It's cheaper than having to like spend all that time to get
he
around.
explained it, yeah.
But like they're just grabbing the flight, the hull,
Yeah.
that leg they're paying for.
No,
I'm
there's
talking
so-
about having your own jet.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
sit down. When I was in Toronto a few weeks ago for that client, I was talking to some of the pilots.
But
we
do
were
they have
chatting.
amenities in their own private jet?
But it's your jet. You put whatever you want in it.
yeah.
You want to
yes.
have pistachios that taste like pussy? You buy them. You stock them. You tell your management crew, guys, you better have those fucking pistachio pushes. They're like, sir, we only have regular pistachios. Get to dipping.
What if you want? What if you want pussy that tastes like pistachios?
I mean, you solved that second problem during the first problem. Start dipping.
That's disgusting.
Let's move on.
Wait, no.
Yeah,
But
on that
so I was talking to the
Well, look,
pilots.
I like pistachios. I like pussy, bro. It seems.
I
like
was
a
talking to
logical-
the fucking pilots, and I go, so what do you guys do? Like, you're professional pilots. Like, what's your world look like? He goes, well, that's our plane. They showed me this Honda jet. They go, we work for a company. I go, yeah, what do you guys do? You like fly their executives? He goes, no. He lives, I don't know, let's say Peterborough. I don't remember where the guy lived. And his main offices are in downtown Toronto. So we could do the commute.
Takes a jet.
I was like, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, 8 a.m. Monday morning through Friday. We fly him in.
And fly
It's a
him
10-minute drive to his office from here. The Escalade's here. So he grabs the Escalade. He goes, comes back. We fly him home. It's a 45-minute flight back and forth. I'm like, Sky Uber? He's like, yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
But I go, what do you do all day? He goes, oh, we
They
go to the
chill in the
casino
lounges,
sometimes.
yeah,
We have the lounges.
Yeah, yeah.
We take naps.
There's
Make like $200K a year.
yeah. There was
Great life.
We had an intern at the office, which after we hired, great kid, who at some point started dating this ultra rich girl from this mega rich Montreal family, real estate development, all that stuff.
I have no idea who you're talking about, but I know exactly what family you're talking about instantly. Sounds like a vegetable. The last name. No?
No.
Okay. Go on.
And at some point, this is like when this happened, it was like this other world experience where I was like, what the hell are you talking? Like how people live like this? Like, I mean, I knew it existed, but because, but he's not, that's not the ultra, like, he was dating, I'll tell you who it is after.
Yeah, okay.
And like I knew it existed, but I just never experienced it.
I never experienced
personally.
it until I got that contract.
And at some point, it was a Wednesday, I remember. And he goes to me, oh, by the way, tomorrow, can I take Friday off? So I'll come in tomorrow, like Thursday. And can I come in late on Monday? I go, sure, bro, what's up? He goes, we're just, going with my girlfriend, like on a weekend kind of getaway. And we're leaving Thursday night. I go, yeah, bro, sure.
So you're like, where you going, bro?
Yeah, so I'm like, oh, cool, man. What do you guys have in mind? Like, what's the plan? Guys, this is the weekend. Weekend getaway. He's like, we're just flying to the Bahamas.
Yeah, Nassau, right? We're going to jump down to Nassau.
We're just flying.
For lunch.
I'm like, what do you mean? He goes, yeah. We're going on her father's private jet with her family. We're just flying down there, and we'll be back on Monday morning. I froze. Like, again, I knew things like this exist, but I was never exposed to it directly, right? And I was like, automatically, I started thinking all these scenarios, like, how is this life. Like,
Yeah, it's
you
nor-
wake
it's
up,
completely
you wake
normal
up
for them.
on Friday morning, and you're like, "What are we doing this
You know
weekend?"
that sandwich place in Nassau? We should hit that up for
Let's
lunch.
do it, yeah.
I've seen that happen. Not to me, but I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
And I was like, what do you mean you went to the Bahamas? I'll be back in like 2 hours. I was like, oh, okay. I'm going to go drive to the Greek sandwich place down the street and have a sub. See you guys in a bit.
Isn't that fascinating though?
It's
like,
fascinating. Yeah.
But in Europe, they do that all the time because everything's so nearby. Like you can go to Rome for like 30
Not
days.
on your
commercial
private jet.
flight. That's a commercial
Oh, I see what you
flight.
mean.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of businesses. But no, this we're talking about.
He touches on another interesting thing though, like living in, especially in the northeast coast of North America, nothing is near us. Nothing of any real
But it
interest.
could be, man. Like you
What?
can fly to New York within 3 hours, or you know.
I'm
what
talking
I mean?
about like I have access to like
Like, you
15, 16 top travel destinations.
Actually, no, less than that. Like how about how
I
long
think
is
New
it?
York is like an hour 45.
Yeah,
Like,
because
I've
I
never
think
done
Florida
the
is 3.5.
By the way,
and a
Via
half.
2.5. Via Rail's 4-day, the Canadian journey takes travelers through 4,500 kilometers of beautiful scenery.
yeah.
And you have beds and everything.
Yeah.
You're just sitting on a train though, and there's nothing fancy in the Via Rail train.
No,
Yeah,
there
I
is.
want to have like a
No,
dance club and I want to have Negronis. I don't know.
Okay, bro, this isn't Snowpiercer, bro. Calm down.
I've never seen Snowpiercer.
A very good movie.
Yeah.
The show's garbage.
So yeah, no. So we do have the option of flying.
But
We're-
no- okay, well,
it's
okay,
not in
New-
our- I
New
think
York?
It's not in our culture to say what are we doing this weekend. Let's fly to New York and back.
Well, that's another thing because of where we are in Canada. Flights are extremely expensive.
Yeah.
Like my flight to Toronto before I did the business upgrade because the client paid was like $850.
It's ridiculous.
That doesn't make sense.
It's ridiculous.
doesn't
Especially
make any
thinking-
sense.
Yeah, because now you're thinking about your friends and family in
60%
Greece
of
where
that-
they grab like an €80 flight and they're anywhere in Europe.
Yeah, this like in a week. What do you want to do this weekend? You want to go to Ibiza?
Let's
like,
say
let's do
100.
it.
Let's say
Bam.
100. Or you know what?
60
Uh-huh,
bucks,
yeah.
60 euros. You're in London.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Berlin. Let's go to Berlin
Fuck
for
it,
the
even
weekend.
€200. Whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
You know
It's
what I mean?
nothing.
It's nothing.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy. It's and like 60% of the airfare here is taxes.
Why is it so expensive?
Taxes is 100% taxes.
Yeah.
Even gas, the incremental increase now that's happened, the exponential increase. If you look at what's going on in the States, their gas prices, and you do the conversion, we're still paying like 50 cents more a liter.
It's ridiculous.
Because
Yeah.
there's more taxes.
Yeah.
And now they're doing this massive cash grab with all the passports because that's what it is. It's a fuck. They could probably solve the problem if they needed to. But why? They're making extra free money. Extra free money. Governments love extra free money. So they can be like, look, we've somewhat balanced the books. Parking tickets.
Thank you, Passport
Why is a
Canada.
parking ticket in Montreal $80? When I started driving, which was a long time
was
ago,
42.
it was not even 40. It was like $37.
parking ticket?
Yeah, $37.
Okay.
When I was 16. I had a lot of them. And then it became 42 very shortly
Yeah.
right after. Now, I understand that, cost of living goes up and blah, 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 blah. But if wages don't go up, why are parking tickets going up? It's realistically, my parking here without paying the meter has not affected you any more today than it did 25 years ago. A little increase, sure. $80, that's double what it was 10 years ago. So
Administrative costs.
it's because they have too many fucking administrators, but now we're short administrators because we can't get enough passports out. It's all nonsense. I feel like Pantelis sometimes.
Yeah.
It's just yelling about shit. But we live in a penal colony.
All that to say that, experiencing that for me, the private
Pops
jet.
has an okay coffee, by the way.
but,
Yeah.
experiencing that for me was, it was like this huge culture shock.
I don't remember what you're talking about. Sorry.
About the private jet just
Yeah,
flying.
yeah. Have you ever been inside, not flown, but inside of a private
I've
jet?
never been in.
It's fucking crazy.
The closest I've
It's
been
so
to,
trippy.
we were called in to submit a quote to this hub in St. Hubert, where they
Yeah. The what's it called?
they
The
charter.
FBO.
Yeah. And that was the closest I got. We walked in and we're like,
You
"Whoa."
saw them from outside.
No, we walked into the thing in the
Into the
hangar
jet.
and everything. Yeah, because we had to go look. There's offices.
You went into the airplanes.
Not in the airplane.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You saw the exteriors. That's what I mean. Yeah.
like about
Yeah,
10,
you were in the
15 meters.
hangar. I talk to people
And I was
sometimes
like,
that-
whoa.
everyone has that reaction the first
Yeah.
time, right? But like when I bring someone to help me on a gig that involves jets, they're always like,
Selfies.
and I'm like, what are you doing? They're like, bro, jets. I'm like, they're just jets. Like, because I've seen so many now.
Yeah.
Now, don't get me wrong. If I was flying in one, I'd be like this.
Yeah. I feel
But
that also.
being around them now, whatever.
I also feel that when I pass in front of yachts.
No, I have no. I feel nothing. Not for or
Really?
against yachts. I don't care.
I love it. There's something inside me that is.
There's only one person who should own a yacht. A Bond villain. No one else needs a yacht. No one.
There's something that happens to me that has me kind of convinced that at some point in my life
You're gonna have a yacht.
I will have a yacht.
You lie to yourself.
I
huh?
know,
Okay.
but I want to because I think
I mean,
it's
if
cool.
you had won that election, you definitely get a yacht. Now, best you can hope for is a catamaran.
I'd love to fucking.
Here's a
own
great
yacht.
story for
Yeah.
you. It's 2016. My wife and my daughter, who's not even a year old, have left for Greece, and I've stayed behind for 2 weeks. Gonna go meet them because I have this huge gig. They fly out. I'm racked with anxiety about them traveling. I'm super nervous. I'm very upset that the baby's gone. Right? Doesn't the client cancel?
Oh my!
And I'm like, fuck me.
Yeah.
And then they get a delay. So like, I'm super anxious. I have never been away from the kid. She's only like 10 months old. I'm like, what the fuck? I can't sleep. I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to book a ticket and leave earlier, right? So I move my ticket. I get to the airport and this is 2016, right? I realize in that very moment, as I'm at the airport ready to go, I've never flown by myself, ever.
How good did it feel?
What?
In my life. I had never traveled alone. I always had a travel companion, either a family member, my wife, someone.
Yeah.
And I suddenly start getting really like, ugh. What if something happens? Like all of a sudden, right? So as I'm sitting there,
I love
like
traveling alone.
yeah, I do too now. It's one of my favorite things to do. But in that moment, I was like freaked out. Doesn't my family doctor tap me on the shoulder? He's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" I was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" He goes, "Oh, we just we booked a catamaran for the summer." I was like, "Okay," and we're gonna sail the Saronic. I'm like, "You're gonna do what?" He's like, "Yeah, this guy just fucking." I mean, he owns 2 clinics. Good for him.
Yeah.
He just. Gonna fucking rented his catamaran.
That's the best.
And I'm like, where are you staying? He goes, on the catamaran.
Yeah.
Me and my wife and my 2 kids.
Yeah.
It's like, you live a good life. He's like, yeah. Yeah, I do. And he walks off. So we get to Athens and I see him in the airport. He's like, can you help me communicate with someone? I'm like, yo, everyone speaks English here. Relax.
Yeah.
So he goes, this guy doesn't. I'm like, and I yell at the guy in Greek. I'm like, you speak English, stop being an asshole. He's like, okay, I speak English. He didn't want to deal with him, So then he's like, where are you going now? I'm like, I got to wait for my connecting flight, whatever. He goes, oh, I have a car coming to pick us up. And this fucking Escalade, I've never seen an Escalade in Greece. Just pulls up and he's like, hey,
Escalade in Greece. Oh, that's
Yeah.
money.
it's money. And he just gets in and he leaves. I was like,
Probably part of the package with a catamaran. Like it's a huge.
Nah,
maybe.
Yeah,
Maybe.
it's a huge business. We're
You're
talking
paying
about-
for it
yeah,
though.
yeah, for sure.
So the guy that we were arguing
Part of
with,
the booking.
the Greek airport guy goes, like, Titonek, he's like, who's that guy to
Yeah.
you? I'm like, he's my doctor. He's like, you fly with your doctor? I go, no, malaka, he was in the airplane. And he goes, what are you doing? I go, I'm waiting for my connection to Rhodes. I got to go meet my wife and kids. He goes, Rhodes? Oh, all those flights are grounded. I go, what do you mean? He goes, yeah, till tomorrow. I was like, why? He goes, I don't know. There was a cloud or something.
cloud.
Greek explanation, not clear at all. So I'm like, now what do I do? He goes, you should have gone with the guy with the Escalade. And he goes like this to me, parto tora. And he leaves.
No.
He just fucks off. And I looked at him and I wanted to be angry. I'm like, he's right. I should have gone with him. I ended up going to Vageli's house for the day.
yeah.
Like I called him. We just hung out in
so
Athens.
funny.
That's the good thing about getting stuck in Greece. I can
There's
always go
always something
somewhere.
to do, man.
Yeah, there's always something to do.
I remember when we traveled in 2013 when we went with my wife. It was the first time traveling
Anywhere.
across the Atlantic. So we get there. And there was a bit of a delay because we took a connecting flight from Toronto because back then there wasn't direct
Oh yeah,
flights.
yeah.
So there was a
That's
bit of
such a dumb flight.
Yeah. Anyways, whatever. So there was a bit of a delay in Toronto. So we got to Greece, and I can overhear the people behind us when we landed in Athens. She was saying, "Oh my God," like the Canadian English. Eh? Oh my God, thank God, because I was worried that we may not make it to Piraeus on time.
They were Canadian.
Yeah, Canadian.
Oh.
Piraeus?
Piraeus,
Piraeus, that's what it's called in English. The port of
They
Piraeus.
flew to Athens and they were going to
getting a ship.
They were going to Santorini. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. So I'm telling my wife, okay, cool, yeah, it's fun for them. They're gonna go to the. So they're talking now. They're like a group of like 5-6 people.
God, I
7,
can't
whatever.
even imagine you talking to your wife.
Why?
You guys seem like such strangers when I see you together. Like you don't even share a house.
So they're like,
She's so like
So they-
alive, and you're so not.
what are you talking about? She's so alive. You're such a deadbeat. Like,
You're just so low energy compared to her.
so she's like, so they're like saying, "Oh my God, we're so happy. Ooh, yeah, we thought that connecting flight in Toronto would have messed up our plans. Ooh, I'm so happy. We got time. Our boat leaves in about 35 minutes."
What?
I start laughing.
Well, wait, hold on. With the metro,
Impossible.
what is it, like 50 minutes with the metro?
Impossible to get from the airport to the.
I mean, from
to
the airport to Marusi is like an hour by
way.
train.
There's no fucking way.
Because I did it recently.
Yeah, like 30.
Yeah, no way.
The boat
No.
was leaving in like 35 minutes. I'm
You'll
like, I
get
can't
the
remember.
next one.
And I started laughing. And mom was like, "What are you doing?" She goes, "They think they're gonna grab the boat in half an hour." And I started. She's like, "I don't get it. Why is it so funny?" I'm like, "It is." Yeah.
Anytime I've traveled by boat in Greece, the night before, no matter where I am, I stay in Piraeus because you need to be there.
Like walking distance.
Yeah, like right upstairs from the Everest. You get a sandwich, you go.
Yeah. So I started
You
laughing.
have to.
And she couldn't understand. She's like, "Oh, okay, I don't get it," or whatever. So we walk out. My uncle comes to pick us up. "Hey, how are you? Hugs, kisses, whatever. So how was your flight?" I'm like, "Oh, yeah." I go, "Yeah, there was this group over there. Their boat leaves in half an hour." And he starts fucking laughing as well.
Exactly like I did, right?
yeah. Fucking dumb idiots.
Oh, man.
That's funny.
I think I was reading an article just a few days ago from, I don't know who the actual source was, but it was shared by a Greek reporter. Like, it was a reshare. How,
I like Greek Reporter. Not
they're
bad.
fine, whatever. They do some really weird articles, too.
Yeah. Sometimes biased, but in
Soup
general,
nuts, they're always biased. Like, come on, George,
It is,
really?
yeah.
But they were talking about how this year tourism, like, Greece is beyond capacity. Like, so
they're hitting record level,
I'm
yeah.
super worried about what it's gonna be like
Oh,
down
it's
there.
gonna- it's
I
gonna
mean,
be
Rhodes
chaotic.
isn't bad.
No, but you should have known this before you booked, man. Like,
No,
obviously,
I-
everyone I talk to
I'm
is going
not.
to Greece.
I'm not concerned. Like, there's
Yeah.
a reason I'm not even. This is the first time in my life that I'm traveling to Greece. I'm not even stepping foot on mainland Greece. Not even Athens. Like,
Yeah.
I'm flying over.
Yeah.
I'm going straight to Rhodes because I know.
Wait, what? You can do that?
Yeah, if you're flying to an island, to one of the bigger islands, yeah, of course. Like
Rhodes
Crete,
is,
Rhodes
Rhodes-
has a pretty big airport
they have
for an
airports.
island.
Really? You can do it in
I
Crete
mean,
as well?
you land at airport and you can at the airport. You land at the airport. You get off the airplane on the tarmac, and you can like see the guy waiting for you in the parking lot. I mean, it's small, but it's still pretty big for an island. Rhodes is a massive island.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out once if Rhodes and Montreal are similar in like superficie. What's the word I'm looking for?
Let's see.
I've never been able to, I've never
Is there a
checked though.
cruise ship bigger than the island
No,
of
there
Rhodes?
is not.
well, look,
I think it's like the 8th biggest island in the
I think
Mediterranean.
Rhodes,
It's like Sicily. I think it's Peloponneso, the biggest island,
well,
but nobody agrees with me.
yeah, but
Technically, it's an
what?
island.
It's not.
No, it's not an island,
a
bro.
natural
It
island.
is now, okay?
Well, there's
Broke
a
up to smell like
canal.
it.
It's not called Pelopo Archipelago, okay? It's called Peloponnesos. It's an island.
Okay, sure.
Anyways, while he looks that up,
It's 1,400 kilometers squared.
What?
Montreal? No.
Rhodes.
And Montreal?
I think Montreal's big.
It must be bigger than that, yeah, easily.
431.5 kilometers
And
squared.
how big was Rhodes?
14.
1,400.
Rhodes is
1400 or 14?
Oh no, they didn't include Dorval and West Island for some weird reason.
He's so bad at this. Just play the music.
That's fucking weird.
Anyway,
Anyways, I don't even know what to say to that. So that was the morning show, guys. I know I showed up late. Poseidon's there. We go. Let me check what he's doing. Atta boy. Did you let them experience the new intro?
It won't read it.
What do you mean?
It's the wrong file.
I'll give you a converted
Yeah.
file. Sorry, Gapes. We'll have that. I prepared it. Poseidon. Okay, we'll fix that. Guys, thank you for tuning into the morning show.
Rhodes is bigger than Montreal. Goddamn.
The island?
470, yeah. Island of Montreal, just the island, is 472.6 square kilometers.
And Rhodes?
Rhodes is 1,400.
wow.
Wow.
Really? Interesting.
I didn't know
So
this.
Rhodes is bigger than Montreal. Very interesting.
Very interesting.
If you like interesting facts that aren't really ever confirmed or denied.
And the Peloponnese is not an island, by the way.
It's an
connected to
island!
mainland. It's not an island.
I mean, it has a bridge, so it's technically an archipelago. Poseidon, the Poseidon 6'9".
Patra has a bridge, not from the Athens side.
What about the isthmus, dude?
Oh, you're such a dick of why you're saying it's an island, bro. Are you talking about this? This little fucking hairline fucking
I'm sorry.
passage?
Does it touch?
Yeah.
No.
There's water all around.
It has water on all sides.
But
It just has a canal.
And it's whatever. Okay.
Anyways, the Poseidon 6'9" is where you can learn nothing. I mean, you can watch him do wacky shit. He does in bed with Poseidon. Sometimes, I've heard, I've never seen an episode.
And
He
he's my
sometimes under the table takes off his sock, touches Alex's dick. I heard that in the Discord.
With my big toe. Still bigger than his dick.
Georgie over here, Georgi Chandrich right here. I don't believe that for a second. He must be down to the fucking floor, Alex. He seems like
Alex,
he's fucking
no.
packing heat.
The only heat he's packing is AIDS.
Doesn't make sense. George is the host and creator, the owner, if you will, of the IP of two great hit podcasts. I mean, they're podcasts, I love the greater hit. The Backstage podcast, where he talks to what are they called? Politicians?
I thought you were going to say
Politician.
paparazzi.
Paparazzi. Yeah, George has liked the paparazzi. He used to get them in his car, but there were too many complaints about his style of driving. Whatever. So now he just really just talks to them in the basement, which is not much better. Honestly, George, I'm trying to get from back seats to basements. Yeah, I'm trying to get energy here, but without your wife around, I don't have the energy I need. You're not giving it to me. His other podcast though is great. It's great. Just Us Dads. Just Us Dads, famous for telling you things like how to raise your kid. What do you mean, Phil? The check's in the mail. That kind of stuff.
And
they also just did a series that was launched. You guys check it out, the weight loss competition. I have to say, I saw Chris the other day. We had a birthday party together for our kids. He's lost like a fucking whole 1,000 pounds. He's almost thinner than me.
No, I don't think so.
He was wearing a sorsaki, little shorts.
Sortsack.
A sorsaks.
Oh, like
Anyways, you can check those out. All the links for these guys are in the description. Balabanos.com if you want to know more about me. Phil, my hoe will be back when I fucking feel like it. Okay? I got nothing to talk about.
if you wear short shorts as a man, you are a whore.
Pantelis.com / just you know what? Honestly, just end the stream. End the stream in the disappointment that you are. Thank you guys. We'll see you on Friday.
Ciao, bye.